And we're good to go. Hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hey there.
Oh, it's another week, another dollar, another, I don't know. What's some other phrases for that?
Another apple.
That's not a phrase.
Yep.
That's like
You
there's
get paid in
apples. No apples here. Smile. You know what, Jake? Do you just want to get the fucking? You want to get it out of the way, like right out the gate before we even introduce?
Sure.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you see the apple?
I think. Sure.
Well, that's. Okay, I'll take it.
I threw you for a loop there, didn't I?
Yeah, I'll take it anyway. Fuck you, Humo. Haha.
Okay. You know what? Here, I'll be the one to ask it then. Do you understand the context of that question?
I do not. I've been wondering that for a long time.
So there we go.
Figured...
All right. So the reason that question gets asked is because have you heard of the concept of aphantasia?
No.
Okay.
That's
It's essentially the mind's eye and your ability to picture things in your head, right? And there's a lot of variance for people. Some people can see it perfectly fine, and here's the thing, right? I don't know why they get off on this. The people who can are always like, oh, I can rotate it. I can see it in like the fucking the Bahamas on the beach with the sun shining off it. It's like, dog, I didn't ask you that. I'm just asking, can you see the fucking apple? Because me, I have some form of aphantasia where I can't really picture it that well. It's like a very shifting thing.
No, it's not.
And I kind of have to like, what do you mean? No, it's not. This is my fucking brain, dog. Shut your mouth.
But I know you well enough to like. I've heard you talk about it. You can't conjure up the image of an apple. You have to conjure up the memory of the last time you saw it.
Yeah, and when I try to conjure up it, not out of memory like that, like I'm looking at a fucking photograph, it's like a very abstract thing where I can kind of get the shape of it a little bit. Maybe a couple of the details start like slipping in and out. Why are you laughing at me?
Picasso apple.
Yeah, I got the Picasso apple, all right? Look, at least it stays as an apple and doesn't turn into a fucking pepper.
That was funny, all right?
It was funny.
So, Bowie, what is the clarity in your brain of the apple?
It's pretty clear, I think.
Can you rotate it?
Yes, I can rotate it.
Do you see a glossy sheen on it as if the light is reflecting off of its delicious red surface?
I actually cannot. So.
Ooh, okay. So maybe you're sitting about a 3 or 4 on the scale, perhaps?
No,
Yeah.
that would still be like a 4. I don't
4?
think 3 would be dipping that just yet.
Okay. So you have a little bit of aphantasia, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot, I'd say.
All right. See that? You know what? I'll fucking take that. Goddamn.
You can have half a point, I guess, for that one.
Half a point? Really?
Yeah.
Just don't even give me a point. I don't want your fucking
No.
handout.
It's a decimal system. Don't worry. It's like your KD ratio.
So my apple ratio at this point? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you have an apple ratio.
This sucks. All right, you know what? Moving on. Fucking.
It's time for the weekly bounty.
Well, no, it's time for an introduction. Is what it is time for. Bowie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody?
Hey, I'm Bowie. I am I guess, a snoot tuber at this point. I play visual novels these days, and they make me feel things.
They certainly do.
He said the line. He said it. He said the
He
line.
said it!
That one's on the bingo card.
I hope it's a very short bingo card.
I feel like we've had a couple guests at this point where there have been bingo cards made. I don't know if there's one for this one, but if there is, somebody can fucking chime in with chat. But yeah, no, we're glad to have you on. I think when did it occur to us, Jake, that we're like, hey, maybe we should ask if he wants to be on? It's like
very
last
recently.
week. Yeah, it was like last
very
week
recently.
or something.
And then I've left that little comment on your latest video,
Right.
and I was like,
You guys are making me feel like I'm some kind of celebrity right now, and I'm like, oh, I'm just
well,
I'm just me.
I had no other way to. You didn't have a link to anything on your YouTube
I
channel.
know. I had to do a double take when you left that comment. I'm like, hold up, I've seen this guy before. Hold on. Let me just open Punch Drunk Gator author, and I just went, oh, okay, cool.
No way! Son of a bitch!
I was like, oh shit.
Oh, that's so good, because I was ribbing him beforehand. I'm like, oh, watch him be like, is that the Punch Drunk Gator author?
Fucking goddamn it!
It's Mr. Punch Drunk Gator.
Oh,
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that.
man. The fact that my dumb shit has like reached that far fucking baffles me.
Man, I haven't finished it yet. Admittedly, I'm still like roughly halfway. I have to still find the time to actually finish the rest of it. But damn it, dude, it's so good. I just want you to know that.
Shut up!
Haha.
No,
Get on,
I'm gonna
idiot.
tell you.
Oh man. Okay.
Lock it in, dog. Lock it in.
Got that out of your system?
Yeah, I'm fucking tapping my fingers together and shit.
He wasn't expecting to be kicking his legs this early.
Got him all curling his toes and like, trying not to squeal.
Yeah. Well, you see, the thing about him is that he always sits there and he's like, oh, I'm not that big a deal. Like, dog, everybody knows fucking Punch Drunk at this point. Like, you are a big deal. Shut your fucking mouth.
Everybody though.
Yeah, just about everybody. What do you mean? Oh, whatever. Fuck you. You know what? I'm not gonna keep fucking inflating your ego right now. This isn't your fucking spotlight. Ugh. Anyways. Yeah, so starting off today, we've been doing this for a little while now. We kind of have a weekly prompt that we run in the Discord where we have some prompt for both art and writing, and we've been doing it such that we look over the art prompts for each week on these creator spotlights. So I'm getting them pulled up right now. The previous week's prompt was, as one might guess, related to Halloween, and it was draw your fave or any other Snoot/OC in a Halloween costume. It's that simple. Now, gotta get the fucking TV on here. There we go. I did not get everything saved beforehand, so we're doing the good old look at it in fucking Chrome view. Have fun, guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Back to our roots, truly. We got the first submission here, which is from Reed, and it's the mayor as Myers. The blood do be dripping, dog. The blood do be dripping.
Yeah,
It always hits hard, dog.
the cigar is a nice touch too.
Yeah.
You can't have the mayor without the cigar.
Do you
Can't
think
have
like he cut a hole in the mask just to put the cigar in, or is it kind of like you guys ever see that fucking the gif of like the dude in the Myers mask eating chips and he just pushes the fucking mask into his mouth and crunches on the chips?
I have seen that, yes.
Yeah,
That is almost certainly how he is smoking that shit.
All right, and then the next submission is from that guy right there, points at Jake.
Hello.
We've got Dorian. It's Takamura, right?
Yeah. Takamura Mamoru from Hajime no Ippo.
He looks like he's about to punch some dude in the fucking head.
That's generally what happens, yeah.
I would not want to mess with anybody with a hairdo like that.
No, man.
usually, I feel like somebody with that kind of hairstyle would absolutely beat the shit out of me.
I mean, it's been represented pretty
Yeah.
like that pretty often. I mean, some of the most famous beat the shit out of you guys have pompadours.
Yeah, you really don't want to like tell them that their hairstyle looks dumb or anything. Usually get your ass kicked.
Yep.
All right, and then next we've got our boy Dude Crow, whatever alias you want to go by. Here's the original image, and here is Crow surrounded by the zombies.
Lord.
Is that Schizo?
That is Schizo, yeah.
That's Rosa.
Bottom left is Leo, I believe.
Leo. I can't quite tell with these. This is some kind of parasaur. I'm assuming from the crest. But yeah. Very cool. This one I gotta fucking zoom out. This one's from... I don't know why that was at 400 fucking percent. This one's from Falling Sun. Good old fucking Ben just won the lottery.
Ben is Oliver Swan.
I certainly
Oh
hope
my
nothing
God.
bad is about to happen to him. Like his head
Who
exploding.
won the lottery? This guy.
Smell that air! Can't you just
Was drinking like
booze?
Oh,
You know, I whenever I would play New Vegas, I would always just kind of like look at this guy and be like, all right, dude, whatever, and let him run off. But then I was made aware everybody blows his fucking head.
I think I remember reading once that I don't know if it was Obsidian or Bethesda, like they had a statistic for how many people actually killed Oliver Swanwick immediately after meeting him. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I always thought that was kind of funny.
It's funnier to imagine that, yes, most people do kill him.
Yeah.
I just let him run off and get stung to death by scorpions in the desert.
Well, do you follow him and watch that happen?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Because
there
it
it is.
happened. That's what will happen if you let him live.
Well, yeah,
He goes and
he's a
gets
fucking
killed
idiot.
anyway.
Ugh. Alright. Next submission is from Eyes of Obsidian. We
Oh.
got fucking Juby and Schizo in the goddamn Kingdom Hearts fit. Goes hard, dog. Goes hard
They
as
look
fuck.
really nice.
I love Eyes of Obsidian's art.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I think, what is it? Judy is Sora, and then Schizo is Riku, right? If I'm remembering my characters correctly here. Very good. Very good. And then next up, we've got a submission from Magnum.
Magnum's art is also fucking wonderful.
Absolutely. Good old, what is this, Yakuza?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yakuza. The guy on the left is one of his characters, Kaneko, and on the right that is a protagonist.
Yummers. Then we've got another submission here from Rock. And this is, oh, zoom in out a little bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is Limbus Honglu as Big Bad Undead Mummy. Very cool. I like seeing Rock's art,
Yeah, Rock-
especially
Rock-
him
Rock cooks.
submitting more often. It's really cool.
I like the background on it. It's pretty
Very
nice.
nice.
The colors do be neat.
Yeah.
Alright, and next up, I believe this is the submission from Nostalgia. Drew the Raspberry Wretch dressed up as Shiv from Deadlock.
I've not played Deadlock. I don't know who this character is.
I will be honest, I don't either. The only thing I know about Deadlock is everybody loves that fucking gargoyle character.
Yeah, dog. People go.
Ivy, my beloved.
Yep, there it is. Oh boy.
Oh God, the next one goes so hard.
Oh yeah. Next one up here, we have from our boy, the runner of the
Kevin.
weekly bounties, Kev himself, Inko as Agent 47. My God, does this go hard?
Oh,
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Liza is pretty good too.
Well, yeah. It's good for, I would say, different reasons.
What do you mean?
Well, let's just get to it, shall we? Next up, we have two submissions from Vice. First submission is Bianca in the fucking the nun outfit. Buey, are you familiar with Bianca as a character?
I am aware of her. I don't know too much about her though. I know that there's apparently a game for her being in development, and that's
Yes.
about it.
Yep, there is the Bianca project currently in development. We have one of the members and big Bonka posters in our fucking Discord, so I've become
Speaking of which, he's in
relatively
chat
familiar.
right now.
Oh, is Ace right there?
Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah, chat is he aware? Yep. That's also the guy who bought Changed for me, so you know, a little bit of
Kill
lore for
him.
him. Yeah, kill him with rocks. So that's part 1 of Vice's submission. Part 2, we got the Fang as 2B.
Fanghead's losing it right now.
Fangheads are always fucking losing it, dog. They eat good as hell.
Scrag.
What did Scrag do?
Hello, sailor. Awooga!
I fucking love Scrag.
Real quick, can you zoom in on this one just a little bit?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
zoom
buddy.
in? Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah. Here you go. Is that good?
God damn.
Okay, I'm done. That's all I wanted to see.
You know, that's fine. That's fine.
Hell yeah.
Everybody has their taste.
Hazes goes really good.
What is
Scratches-
that supposed to mean? Hold on.
What?
What?
What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Never
Hmm?
mind. Never mind.
Arcs my eyebrows.
I ain't saying
Next
nothing.
up, we've got our boy Hayes.
This goes so hard.
We've got the Project Zomboid cover with Inko.
That would be Inko as Bob. That is the name of that man on the Project Zomboid cover.
You want me to be real with you?
What?
I didn't even know he had a name.
Well, okay. You want some? Do I want a lore dump about this?
I don't know. Do you?
Back when Project Zomboid still had NPCs and it had a beginning storyline, Bob, aka Bald Spot, is like the main protagonist of Project Zomboid's story.
Mm. Well, there you go. Project Zomboid heads, a little bit of lore.
Yeah.
Now, we've got our next submission, which is from Wax.
Wax's art is so fucking good.
Absolutely. This is what? Fucking Guilty Gear,
I don't-
right?
I think this is Guilty Gear. I never played a single one of those games.
I would have to like look up the character's name, but yeah, I think this is Guilty Gear. Regardless, very good fucking art. And then we have our final submission here from Oates, which is one of the I think he uses this in like thumbnails pretty often. And that's his live goose reaction. Simple as.
Simple as. Oates' art is really funny too.
Yeah, his art is very distinctive, I would say.
I was just about to say distinctive is perfect for this.
And gives the old fucking bin a shake. Yeah, that's all the art we have for this week. Very good. Very, very glad for everybody that contributed.
And you actually did get some writing things, so those will be
Yeah.
read tomorrow.
Ideally, yeah.
Ideally, yeah. Assuming you do your job.
Yeah, well, my quote-unquote job.
Assuming you do your tasks.
Well, that makes it sound like we're playing Amojus.
Yeah, are you sussy? You're gonna do your
All right,
tasks?
you know, you didn't have to lean in that much.
Yes, and motherfucker.
That's a -2, dog.
What? I'm gonna
Yeah.
start doing a perfect cell voice.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just gonna bust that out?
You don't want to be drank? Why not?
Hey, Buey, have you played fucking Sparking Zero by any chance?
Not yet, but it's on my list of things to play in the future.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that obviously I think looks amazing. I just know I'd suck at it the moment I started playing it because the last one I think I ever played, not counting like I guess would be Xenoverse 2, but like that one,
Also a good game.
yeah, I liked that one a lot, but before that it had to be one of the Budokai Tenkaichi ones. I don't
Well, hey.
remember which one.
If you played any of the Budokai Tenkaichi games, then you would know how to play Sparking Zero because it's just Tenkaichi 4.
That's the one I didn't play, so
Oh,
Yeah, but it looks great. I'll probably pick it up sometime in the future for sure.
it stares at you.
Yeah,
Please don't.
he plays that a decent bit at this point.
I'm up 30 hours now
He kicked Scrag's ass on fucking the community
on stream.
yeah, on the spotlight. It
I
was actually
saw.
hilarious.
I saw how brutal of a beatdown that was, and
Hello.
You fucked him up with Mr. Satan and a Cyberman.
Okay, I'm not gonna I'm gonna give Scrag a little bit of a vindication here. I alt F4'd out of ranked a couple days ago for the first time because I got really mad at Z Broly.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, doesn't he have like a bunch of fucking dumb cheese or something?
yeah, that did happen. So you do get some satisfaction out of that, perhaps.
We're not all gods. Some of us get kicked in the ass too.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and pulls out my fucking note sheet here. Let's go ahead and get into some of these fucking questions, shall we? All right. With these spotlights, we tend to try and like give a bit of like grounding, a little what's the word I'm looking for? Precursor info regarding the guests. So, or well, we asked them to give the info, you know. We prompt it is what I'm getting at. Shut up, I'm working on it.
You're doing good, champ.
So, you have been making videos for, when I checked, like 7 years at this point. Not to the same frequency this year, but throughout that whole time, there have been videos coming out on your channel. How does that process usually look like for you prior to everything blowing up?
back then when I first made this channel, it didn't really have like much of a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It was just sort of, I played games a lot with friends, and I would have OBS on. I'd be like, oh, you know, I have some video editing expertise here. I'll just, you know, record, find moments that were very funny to us, and then upload it and see how they react to it and stuff like that. And that was pretty much all I did for a while. And then over time, I had like other passion projects that I wanted to put together. Like there's this old Grand Theft Auto 5 movie that I did a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
Just a story I wanted to tell. And, you know, I didn't expect any of those videos to like get a lot of views. I just made them to make them, you know, keep my video editing stuff, you know, from getting dusty. And yeah, for the most part, the channel didn't have much of a purpose. It was just whatever came to mind. That's what I worked on. I just had a fun time doing it. And pretty much that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just like a little bit of like a creative mind dump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think also there were plenty of moments, and you know, I think one of my drives still has a bunch of game footage saved on it that I just never got around to. That, like at the beginning of the Wani video, there's like some stuff with like Outward and Halo with some friends and some Remnant 2, and that's just a lot of the footage I had that I never got around to making a video out of. It just sort of sat there. I would start recording these games and just started editing them together and then never get around to finishing it. I get like halfway through and then just stop. Yeah. And then I just could not finish it for whatever reason. So that's why there's not a lot of videos on the channel at all, because I'd get really into the project and then stop.
I can completely understand that. I myself am not much of a video type person. As much as I would like to put together some videos at some point, be it time constraints or just motivation, I myself have not been able to quite kick my ass into gear for that. The most I can say is the master cuts I've done of like some of the readings, that being Broken Wings and Eco Noted, I believe. And those are just
the only two that have master cuts right now. Yeah.
Yeah, those are just me going, downloading all the streams related and then just cutting it down. Like I'm not doing anything special with it. So yeah, most of my stuff is just streaming, and I definitely have been streaming for a while at this point. I think I'm coming up on 3 fucking years? ? Maybe? I'd have to check the fucking tapes. But yeah, no, I know that kind of feel of just, oh yeah, I want to like just have like some stuff with the with the bros out there, because when I started streaming, it was just for essentially archival purposes. Because, you know, when you're playing with the boys, fun shit happens. And sometimes you want to remember that fun shit a little bit more than just like whatever you can conjure up from your fucking recesses of your brain.
I love toilet.
Toilet's great. Are you gonna explain that, or like?
No.
You son of a bitch.
I could go get the clip, I guess.
Do you want to go get the clip real quick?
Yeah, I have it. It's in my clip library.
Okay.
I'm the one that clipped it.
All right, go grab it then.
I will.
Damn.
Why are you being saucy about it?
I'm not being saucy about it. I'm just saying go grab the clip. If you can't tell what the dynamic between me and him is, it's basically just fucking this, like 24/7.
I love the dynamic so much. I just want you to know. It's like the perfect amount of friendship and just chaotic energy that I live for.
All right, here we go. Let me get this up on the fucking screen. So, a bit of context surrounding this. The screen's a bit noisy. I forgot that I put, what was that, 21 skeleton Dark Souls 1 animation at the top left.
Yeah, it was a lot.
We were doing like flash games for like the first spooky Halloween night, which, by the way, holy shit, I kind of blundered that whole month. I think I got to like 3 spooky games.
You played most of it was Silent Hill.
Well, Silent Hill 2 was pretty cool, but it's also a long as fuck game, dog. I ain't got time. Anyways, the first time we were playing like through the Ex Mortis games. I don't know if you remember those from back in the fucking day. And this is the second game, and I'll let the clip speak for itself. You guys are fucked. It's so fucking stupid. For whatever reason, I think I like double clicked the toilet and I realized that it played the sound just a little bit louder than you would if you single clicked.
Here, but I'll post it in the recording room in case you want to see it without the stream delay. It's real stupid.
I don't even know why that was as fucking funny as it was. And so now in the server we have a sticker, which is
that is just the toilet.
It's just the toilet.
I feel like I got more context than I was anticipating I was gonna get, and I love it.
I mean, I felt like you needed something other than toilet.
I'm just looking at that like, oh look, a toilet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Toilet.
I'm never going to look at that toilet the same way ever again now.
Every time you look at it, just imagine a really fucking loud flush.
It's supposed to flush.
That's all it's supposed to be. And anytime like Jake or I see it, we're gonna go toilet.
Come on, kid.
Shut up. I'm not fucking starting that one right now, you son of a bitch. Maybe later. But yeah, no, for me, like, just being able to, like, capture moments like that where you're just shooting the shit, that's great, being able to look back on that.
The entire Smasher Pass stream, oh my god. So much gold! Oh, that's a dog, man.
Shut up! We have, like, 15 fucking voice lines at this point that somebody from the community cut up, and it's just Jake, because the Smasher Pass stream was Pokemon Smasher Pass, right? All 1,000 of them or something, some ridiculous number, and we had one person in the call who was very liberal with that smash button, and anytime Jake was exasperated, he would just say like,
that's an X.
Yeah, and I think I at one point commented he sounded like one of those speak and spell or whatever the fuck things. You know those toys that like a baby
those
uses?
children's toys where you pull a string and it spins the wheel and it's like the cow goes. Oh, you know, one of those. Except for me, it'd be like,
yeah,
you pull the string and it spins the wheel, and then it would just be me going, "That's a cheap." There
Absolutely
you go.
Beautiful fucking stream.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that stream left me emotionally damaged.
You walked off withered.
That talk. I was more than withered. I was fucking space dust. And there is the motherfucker in chat right now. Did I hear smash? Fucking schmoopy. You man, you.
All right. I guess that's a little bit of like a context for my content. So one thing that I definitely wanted to talk about, because this had impacted me as well when I played Wani, and that's how big your Wani video popped off. I think last I checked, it was like what 140,000 views or some shit.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So how has that felt?
In one word, wow. In 2 words, holy shit.
In 3 words, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? There you go. Yeah. I can still remember the night I uploaded it, and I didn't think, if you told me 7 months ago, like, oh, this video is gonna get over 100,000 views, I would have told you were a fucking liar. Because I uploaded that sometime in the afternoon, like I normally did. It's like the first video I had uploaded in like a year, and I was like, okay, cool. I got this video out. I really liked this game. It's gonna hit its target audience, I hope, and that's it. I'm just gonna go about the rest of my life. I ate dinner that day, and it was like at 500, 600 views after like 6-7 hours. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm getting some comments. I'm getting some emails from YouTube telling me, hey, this person subscribed to you. I hadn't gotten those in a long time. And then I was like, all right, cool. All right, I got to go to bed for work. Wake up at like 4 a.m. for work. I'm eating breakfast, sipping some coffee. I'm like, oh, I should probably read those comments that I got, And so I opened up YouTube, and it's got like 1,500 views. And I'm like, what the hell happened in like 3 hours or whatever? And I don't know. And then it just kept going from there. Throughout, work, I'm looking at my phone, and it's still going up. Across the week, it's still going up. I still remember that when it hit 10K, and I was just kind of speechless because I had never dreamed of it getting to 10,000 views, let alone 1,500. And, now it's 140 something thousand views, I think.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there like, that's a lot of people who like the paraplegic gator girl. So I'm happy it's gotten to that point, and I'm happy that people, I get comments from people telling me that they discovered the stuff, the Snoot and Wani, because of my videos, and I think that's the coolest thing. Somebody like me who just makes dumb edited reaction videos of my playthrough, and it always leaves me at a loss for words.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was pretty excited to have you on because I thought you would be nice to get the perspective from you regarding all of this as well, since like I said, my channel underwent something very similar when I played Wani. I didn't make a video or anything. I just fucking streamed that shit off the rip, like the weekend of. I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's go. I don't got anything better to do. Let's play this funny little gator game. Cut forward to like 25 hours later, over the course of 3 streams, me bugging out, voicing every single fucking character along with my buddy Jeremy. And I was like, wow, that was a fucking experience.
That was a ride and a half right there.
And like I had a couple people that were like in streams and everything, and I was like, okay, cool, that was a really fun time. You know what? Let me put in a little bit of effort here. And so I more than I would like any of my other fucking streams, I like put together like a quick thumbnail, which would be like, I don't know, just throw on the fucking title of the game and like a picture from one of the CGs, and then like go through, kind of document where all the chapters were to make it a little easier to jump through, because I don't know about you, it's a little hard to scrub through 10 hours of fucking gameplay to find what you're looking for.
Jeez.
So yeah, and then I think it was like part 3 or whatever. It was the CG at the end of E3 with Olivia looking at the camera. That was the thumbnail, and I think that one grabbed like a lot of fucking people because that one's at like 40,000 views now, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. And I at the time when I had done the stream or whatever, I put in a little bit of work to, like I said, to do all that, and then I went on like a small like vacation with my family to like some ski resort or something, and I remember looking at like my phone and everything, and, like just taking a peek, and I'm like, oh shit, this is like kicking off. What the fuck? People are actually watching this. And
yeah,
now
it's a
here I
very
am.
weird feeling. It's an incredibly weird feeling, isn't it?
It certainly is, because you kind of get used to like a certain like level of normalcy regarding your content and like what the expectation is, and to have that just suddenly be blown way out of waters from what you expected is very odd. It's good, but it's also like you're sitting there for a second like, what did I do?
Somebody pinched me, I must be dreaming kind of reaction.
Right. Fucking wild. I mean, Jake, I'm sure you have something similar in regarding your writing.
Oh, I mean, like, when my shit started popping off, I was like, huh? What? People like, what? What? I was especially confused because of the OC shit. Like, as soon as I put like the OC/Olivia tag on my fucking, on the AOE3 site, I was like, people are gonna look at the shit and scoff. And if they do bother to read it, they're gonna hate it and leave like a dumb like, Olivia should only be with Inko, bro. Like, and then suddenly I'm looking at my shit right now. I'm at fucking 443 kudos and 17,000 hits, and I'm like, what?
Absolutely deserved, brother.
Thanks. Smiles.
If you can't tell, he doesn't take compliments super well.
No,
he sits there and just like,
I have a very low self-worth.
You shouldn't have given me this ammo, because now I'm gonna just compliment him the entire time.
I'll sit there and I'll laugh at him. It'll be great.
Don't worry, don't do it too much. I might get a big head.
You already got a big head.
I get a bigger head.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, with all of that fucking success from that video, I'm kind of curious, how immersed did you start to become into like the Snoot and Wani community, like at large, after that?
Well, when after the Wani video really took off, I say at the end of it, like, I never did play Snoot Game, and I knew about it at that time. I just didn't have really any real interest. Like, oh, I'm gonna play this afterward. Yeah, right. And then after I finished and got the epilogue, I'm like, oh damn. Well, okay.
This game has a fucking slap.
Maybe I will play it, just not record it. And then I saw the view count rise, and I went, I'm gonna have to actually record this. I'm not complaining. But I'm just sitting there like, okay, well, let's get into Snoot Game and see how that goes. You know, I'm expecting it to be, you know, as big of a ride as it was with Wani, but maybe not as much, because I knew about the whole history of Goodbye Volcano High and all that stuff, and I just thought, you know, it might not be as great, but it'll still be good. And it ended up being probably just that, just as good, which threw me for a loop in several ways. And I don't know, dude. It's something about these games. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they definitely got that magic sauce on them, I'd say. Fucking, I believe.
I love dinosaur ladies.
I think that was my thought process after I finished Snoot. It's like, I think I just got a thing for dino girls.
The awakening, so to speak.
Yeah.
I think Wani was your like first big like VN that you played, right? Like I think you said in your video that like you were aware of them prior, but it just was never really a territory you had taken like a step into.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's it. Funny enough, I mean, how long have we been running this fucking thing, Jake? This spotlight?
Hold on. I have your channel pulled up right now. Let me see when my spotlight was, because that was the first one, I believe.
Yeah, funny enough, you were the first spotlight, and then I just grabbed you and said, "You're mine now. You're my co-host."
4 months ago.
4 months ago. Over the course of 4 months, we have talked to many people. And many people have also had the similar experience where either Snoot or Wani was their first like VN that they decided, I'm going to try and take this seriously. because either like they didn't think VNs were really that. They not to say they said that they weren't like a valid medium, but they just did not take them seriously, or they just had never really cared to. And then they step in and they're like, oh fuck, this slaps real hard.
Yup.
And then they're jonesing for their next hit. They either play, if they played Snoot, they waited for Wani to come out. If they played Wani, they tried Snoot. And they're like, what's some other good ones? Hands on people's shoulder, please tell us.
And they stare at you and say, Katawa Shoujo.
Yep, that's
yeah,
pretty universally recommended.
Immediately went to that after I finished Snoot. It's like, well, I might as well wrap up this trifecta right now and see how this side works. And it's gonna sound a little weird coming from me. Katawa Shoujo, I feel like, was just as good as Snoot Game was, and I find that one to be the better of the two between Snoot and Wani personally. I was really taken aback by just how much I like Katawa. I feel like its first opening part up until like the route starts was kind of slow, but once it got going, it was just as great. I loved all of those girls and all of their routes as well. And then, you know, every time I'm enjoying it, I'm going through Lily's route and I'm having a great time, there's a little thought in the back of my mind going, don't forget, this was 4chan again. And I'm like, God damn, those guys.
There's some special minds among them, and those tend to shine the brightest whenever things like that happen.
Special in more ways than one, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of just treat him like a fucking stray cat that leaves little gifts at my doorstep. Just like a dead rat, but the dead rat looks really cool, so I put him like in like a frame on the wall.
Sometimes the dead rats are rotten, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Rancid even.
Yeah.
But I just throw those ones in the trash and go on about my day. What was that laugh for?
Hi, trash. I figure some of you are here watching. Just hi.
Yeah,
Smiles.
hi.
Smiles and waves.
Waves my big hand at you. But yeah, so but I guess before we jump like fucking head first into talking about like Snoot and Wani, it's like as content. What were your thoughts on Katawa? Because me personally, I played that shit like fuck years ago. It was a while ago, and I never did all of the routes. I think I had just done Hanako, and then I kind of like sat there laying in bed looking at my ceiling like, fuck man, that's a formative experience.
That was me after Rins, honestly. Rins was special.
I'm just sitting here with a smile on my face, sitting politely because I have not played Katawa yet.
I'm gonna get your ass to play it.
It's in my library.
For me, back with Katawa, it surprised me just how. I think the thing that surprised me the most, honestly, was I thought for sure there was a small part of me that was going, okay, well, I'm going to have a great time with this, but if they treat these girls with disabilities like some kind of weird fetish, I'm out. I don't want to deal with that. And thankfully, they didn't do that. I feel like it could have been easy for them to do that. But
oh, absolutely.
You go through like Hanako's route and dealing with her trauma and, getting to know her beyond just, shy girl with burn scars. And that was the case for all of them, for me, all of the girls. And even like some of the side characters I got to really enjoy. I still think Kenji is one of the best written characters like in the entire game because he's just so fucking goofy.
True enough.
Yeah, I enjoyed Katawa a bunch because it gave me 5 distinct different stories and themes that they were going for with each girl. Even like at its weakest, my personal least favorite route, this might piss off a few people, was Emmy's. Even Emmy's was like really good at dealing with, not only the disability, but also how to move on from trauma, like with her dad. And I don't know, there's something really special about Katawa Shoujo as a whole that after finishing it, it just made me go, well, now what?
And then you started playing furry visual novels.
And then I went back to the furry visual novels, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm home.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Yeah, like I said, I did the fucking Hanukkah route, and I didn't get the bad ending, but I did get the neutral ending on my first go. And that was kind of one of those moments where I was like, but wait, what did I do wrong? And then I get the good ending, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna catalog this in my brain and have this be something that I think about for a while now.
Admittedly, when I did Hanako's route the first time, I only got good because I thought to myself, well, I just did Lily's. Lily knows her better than I do. I'm going to take her word for this, and if it bites me in the ass, whatever. And I was happy to be, led in the right direction, so to speak. But I like her neutral end, too. I feel like it's nice, simple, and sweet, even if it just sort of ends on that note.
Mm-hmm. But that good ending, though. That good ending, dog.
Good ending, dude. Oh, boy.
That's some good shit. That's dopamine straight to the veins.
Yeah.
Oh. At some point, I need to go back and like do all of the other routes as well.
Let me tell you, the worst part of it is doing everything for 100% and doing all the bad ends too.
Oh, that has to hurt.
That shit hoarded.
I know that shit hoarded when I did fucking Snoot and Wani, so
Oh god,
can
no,
only imagine.
please.
Don't worry, we'll get to those.
Wait, can I show you a
Wonderful.
picture?
Sure.
Cool. Give me a second. I gotta find
What
it.
are you about to do?
I'm gonna spoiler it just to get the full effect.
Which one is it?
Here you go, Bowie. It's in the recording room.
Oh boy, let me navigate over there and take a look. What sort of evil shit are you cooking up? I fucking knew it was gonna be that one. Here, let me pull that up on stream so that.
Oh yeah,
know.
you. How evil I am?
Yeah, you fucking bastard. I wonder how many people knew that's what you were gonna fucking send.
Probably a lot.
What goes through your mind with stuff like this? I have to ask.
Funny.
He used to have a fucking whole arc as a character here where he was like, I'm gonna fucking hit your snoot wife with a fucking shovel.
I have another image for that. Hold on, actually, let me go find it.
Oh, is it which one is it?
It's one of Bonfire's.
The schizo one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Alright. The punch-drunk gator man is very evil, Bowie. You need to understand that.
The violence comes from a place deep within the heart. Here you go. You can put that one up on stream too.
Well, I intended to. There we go. Yep. Evil red man.
I am the evil red man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, I still look fondly upon these times, but I'm not so much doing that anymore. Oh, hey, we should show the biting art too.
But Bond's here. Bond's not gonna like that.
That's fine. Bonfire knows.
Alright, fine. Give it here. Oh, just a little context too. Bond's one of the artists who worked on the fucking Mimi project, so you know.
Yes.
These are exquisite
yeah.
treats for old Jaker here.
Oh yes, absolutely. Especially this one. You're gonna be jealous, Bowie.
Oh, am I?
Because I know you're a Tiffany head.
Yeah. That is not a secret.
You're gonna be real jealous. Here, I may as well put it in the recording room just so you can see it without having to stare at it on stream.
Bond, look away for like, I don't know, 20 seconds.
Yeah. Taffy posters rise up.
Hey, can you send me that for research purposes, please?
Oh, that's me, man. But all right. I got you, big dog. Don't worry. DM'd it right now. There you go.
Aw, shit. Thanks, bro.
Don't
Don't worry, like, a week from now, I'm going to be like, why the fuck did I do that?
look at it and just confused. Fucking.
I'm gonna be looking at it, just going, why?
I'm
did
also
they
a
ask for
very
this?
handsome man, so don't worry.
Churro posters. Fucking. We'll get our win.
Yeah, you've gotten plenty of W's.
I want more. I'm greedy.
All right. Just like Shiro.
Yeah. Except instead of wallets, I just want art, dog. I got the fucking Shiro on my wall right now. That brings me some modicum of joy.
I'm so happy for you.
Looks over longingly. All right, fucking. Let's talk about Snoot and Wani, shall we? Cause fucking, those are some games. All right.
They get my heart all aflutter.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you the option. You want to talk about Wani first? Or you want to talk about Snoot first?
We can talk about Wani first because that's where it started, I guess.
All right. Fuck yeah. So, how about that gator?
How about that gator? Oh man, when I was going through it, there was part of me that was like, "Oh man, this is really charming in its own way." I'm having a good time with it, but I was still kind of on the fence of like, I'm recording this, I'm getting those thoughts about, do I really want to make a video about it? Maybe I'll just keep them together and do it in the future or whatever. Then I got to the confession scene in the rain, and I went, "Oh fuck, this is great. This is breaking my damn heart. I love this." And I was, but still kind of on the fence for the most part. The literal moment the first hug happens, I hooped and hollered, as some people probably know. And it was at that moment of silence afterward that I realized, that's it. I'm making this fucking video. I don't care what happens anymore. Anything that makes me do that, I'd be an idiot to not do something with. And then it just kept getting better from there. I loved how Wani did moments of like levity and then went back to serious or sad moments all the time, like up and down like a roller coaster. And man, it's weird to feel nostalgic about a game that I played 7 months ago. Especially one that like impacted me as much as it did. But oh man, if I could go back and do it all over again, I would in a heartbeat.
I think most of us would, dog.
Why isn't she real?
She should have been real.
Yeah, the story of Wani's really is a good one. And it, at no point does it feel like it's trying to like take like a fucking cheap shot or anything, everything builds up very nicely to its natural conclusions and everything. Like the whole thing with the Attican and whatnot, and like the little hints that get sprinkled in early on that there's something a little more under the surface than what you initially see, to suddenly, hey, your mentor figure just fucking died.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
How figure out how to deal with that. And it's like for like you think about like Olivia and like her journey through all of that, she's finally starting to open up and everything. She's finally starting to kind of like, feel more confident and everything with the help of Inko and like all of her friends. And then to have that like sledgehammer just crash through your fucking world. Yeah, no, that's really rough. I know
I got to that point and felt like I got hit by a train. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I know for your... Oh, go ahead, Jake. I'll let you...
I was just going to say, I had to get hit by 2 trains because not only did I have to play that in the game, I then had to fucking rewrite that scene.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet.
Ooh, hey, you're going to hurt all over again.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Have fun.
I've had people tell me that my shit makes them cry. So, haha, take that.
Yeah. And like, I know for your first playthrough, you ended up on the E4 route, correct?
Yes, I got very lucky.
Right. I personally I got E3 because I kind of whiffed a little bit at the rain scene, under the idea that okay, look, she's in a weak state right now. Maybe I can just approach this later at a better time. Never given the option. E3 for you. That said, holy shit, that made that like. I personally think that E3 is my favorite route because there is so much emotion post that. Like in E4, I feel like Olivia, like she takes it rough. She takes it rough losing the Anakin. But even then, she starts to still climb back up, you know, and get to a point where she's okay. And able to have that confidence and everything. And it's nice. I like that. But the ups and downs you take on that E3 route are fucking... Oh man, that tugs at the heartstrings. That E3 ending made me fucking cry, dog. I had to mute for a little bit when I was streaming that because I had to bawl for a minute. It was rough.
I got to the credits on that myself, and I was like, I'm about to cry. I have to stop. I have to stop myself before this gets really embarrassing. Yeah, that was painful to sit through in a good way, a good kind of pain.
It was like a cathartic pain.
Yeah, like I knew it wasn't going to end well. Like the moment they get to the graveyard, I'm sitting there like, okay, Bowie, you're a man. You can handle this kind of pain. I couldn't handle that kind of pain.
I forever tainted my own perception of that last slide.
Yeah, I know you have, you fucking asshole. Yeah, it's just rough. And so okay, here's one thing I want to ask you, because I think you'll have maybe a bit of a different perspective than I do, since you got E4 first. What do you think of Ben?
Ooh, see, this is weird for me. I didn't mind Ben. I thought he was great.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish that he had more development, especially later on. I think, as a whole, what he did to Olivia was incredibly shitty, and there's no denying that for me. At the same time, I see so many people are ready to push him off a bridge or something like that, figuratively. And I don't know. I personally didn't have as big of a gripe with him as some people did.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I looking back on it now, I do wish that he got more time to actually develop, especially in E4, even though he gets a little bit of time with it. And it always just kind of, I don't know. It's tough for me to talk about Ben because I feel like he had a lot going on in the beginning, the middle of the game as well. And then it's like the game almost forgot about him until like the last eighth of the game.
Yeah, they're like, oh wait, we gotta wrap this up real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, definitely not as much as Mia, but
yeah, that's a whole nother conversation, isn't it?
Some people in chat are basically talking about her right now. I can see it, and I just want to reiterate real quick. Mia is an absolute bitch, but I still want her to break me in half.
Oh no!
Oh no!
God damn
Tomboys,
it,
bro! It's tomboys. I'm sorry.
She's evil. Fucking
She is
kill
evil.
her.
What if I want to break her in half?
You already did.
Go for it.
What do you mean? I
Break
already
each
did?
other.
Big Crimson Brigade's Crimson.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I don't want to show Bowie that.
So, I mean, if you want to talk about it, you could talk about it when we maybe talk a bit about more about Mia. But I kind of want to like throw my piece in here regarding Ben. And I fully agree that Ben kind of got shafted in the writing departments. In that he kind of just disappears after a certain point. It feels like he should have had more time, or at least like one more like serious scene with Inko during like non-route gameplay, or yeah, not like route gameplay being, you know, after the certain point with what's it, Scalar, me and Ben in the office, where you're like, oh, I'm going to this ending now, and just to like kind of discuss the topic, because throughout the game you're aware that okay, there's something between like Olivia and Ben, and if you don't get it at the rain scene, I feel like it would have been a good opportunity to have almost like a safety catch where the player can get the information from Ben, which allows you to follow up on that. But that's just like writing wise something I would have liked to see. In terms of his character, I am more on the side of push him off the bridge. And that is because I got E3 on my first go. In E4, at the very least, even if I have issues with how they quote unquote redeem him, they do redeem him. They do give him some sympathetic traits and like, oh, his situation was more fucked than like at initial glance. But in E3, he like single-handedly sets Olivia on the E3 path. Like you get to the formal and he gives you shit and you know, fair play. But at a certain point, it's like, all right, dog, you said your piece. Now you're just laying into us from like, I don't know, your own like joy. It's like, okay, you're an asshole. And like, that's one thing. Right. And then he, like, you're sitting there after the formal and everything, and you're talking with Olivia and you're like, okay, we can still salvage this some, right? She's not really coming to school, but like, I feel like we're starting to break the ice and maybe start convincing her to come back, right? Get back on track. And then you hear, Olivia, get the fuck out of there. You're ruining your life. You just want to grab him by the neck and say, shut your mouth.
I was thinking to myself, if this guy tries to do some whole shtick about you're ruining your life, I'm gonna headbutt my monitor. And I was so close to doing that. Like, I like the differences between him and E3 and E4, honestly, because it really changes my perspective on the character as a whole, just based on what we have with him anyway.
Right.
And I don't know. I still wish that Inko just like took him and just shoved him in the snow like head first, so his legs are just sticking out. Just, you know, even if you're not going to hit him, you know, embarrass the fuck out of him, please, because I'm getting tired of this guy.
I think that was one of the best parts of E3, other than, you know, the fucking cathartic ending.
Yeah.
Just Inko laying into Ben in that fucking hallway scene where he's like, Inko, please listen to me. And Inko's like, no, I'm not going to listen to you. You're an asshole.
Please, kindly, fuck off. Yeah, I love that.
It's so good. And I wish, I get it. In E4, you're trying to be like amicable. You're trying to like just be like, look, talk to me. But there is something so nice about just like telling him off and him having to sit with that for a little bit. Ugh. And that's another thing about like the different endings, right? And you kind of mentioned it. They give you insight into the characters in different ways, and like their different motivations and how if one thing or another changed, how different their characters could be. Because I mean, like, that's how people are. You know, one event can like vastly change the kind of outlook you have on life or the kind of person you become. And so it's really cool to see that in the endings. Even if it hurts to get some of those endings, they provide context, and that's very cool.
And I agree with that. It's I don't, you know, sorry, I'm struggling to come up with what I was going to say, but
you're
I think you pretty much just said exactly what I was thinking about it.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's a testament how well written the games are. Despite any flaws, like, yeah, they're fucking really good. A lot of people think they're really good. And now we get to the not fun part. We talked about E3 and E4. You buckle in. You ready for E2 and E1?
Oh boy! All right.
You know what, Jake? I want you to take the wheel on E2.
Yeah, why? Because you know I fucking have a thing for E2 Olivia.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so like obviously they have the whole fucking failing relationship dynamic where Inko just turns into a fucking whimpering little simp for his fucking my crippled gator queen. How do you feel about that?
I'm just gonna say right here, E1's awful, but E2 is the worst ending in the entire game for me personally. Like in terms of like how overall tone, not in like writing or anything. I think because I guess how believable it really is.
Mm-hmm.
That shit hurt. I thought, okay, I just went through the worst of it. Ending 2 is gonna probably still be bad, but slightly better. And it wasn't. It was
Oh.
so much worse. Personally, and like for me. I I had to sit there for a minute afterward, like, okay, I need to like calm down, get a beer or something, because that shit hurted a lot too. I don't know how I'm gonna recover from this, and I still had E3 left to do, so I thought I got through the worst of it at that point, but E2 especially. I think what hurt the most was just you could feel that frustration between the two of them like come out in force, especially like building up to that whole scene at the prom in E2. I kept thinking to myself, this is going to be one of the worst endings, so why does it feel like everything's fine and happy? I must have been panicking for nothing, stuff like that. And then, the moment of on stage happens, and then everything else happens, and I'm sitting there like, why did I subject myself to this?
Yeah. I just think she needs a really good dicking.
You think that about a lot of characters.
It's her especially, though.
My co-host, everybody. Yeah, no, I can definitely agree that that ending hurts in a very different way than E1 does, because it does feel like, oh, this just happens, This isn't like larger than life. No, this, you look around and it's like, yeah, you see people in relationships like this all the fucking time, where it's like they're trying to rekindle something that was lost long ago, and they're both hurting because of it, and it's just sad. You don't want to see like these two characters that you've like built up over all this time and seen their relationships ups and downs, just to like end this way essentially.
It's like the final shot of the flowers in the vase too, and the way it just ends on that, I kept thinking to myself, "There's more, right?"
Nope, that's all you get.
I was hoping like, oh, they'll fix this, right? Surely they'll just no.
Inko's just got to batten down the hatches,
You just have to hope and pray, or make a fic out of it, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say leave it to the fic writers. They'll fix this. They'll do it. It's
They'll
all good.
do anything.
Have you ever read Spinning Her Wheels? It's pretty good.
That's still on my list, admittedly. I've heard that one's good.
And also Picking Up the Shards.
Man, it's cool to see that much like Snoot, Wani has had its people doing its thing. They be out here writing. And then yeah, E1, huh? That
pretty funny.
See, when I played, E2 left me with a kind of hollowness, right? E1 made me mad.
E1 made me furious, bro.
I'm like, what are you doing, Inko?
That moment when on my video where it's just Blade Runner, the meme of him just screaming, "God damn it!"
Yep.
That was almost me for a moment there. I was just like, I cannot believe I just watched this happen in real time.
Yep, like fucking Oneko he is a villain. Like
he's a villain and he doesn't even know it, and that's like the coolest part about that ending for me. If nothing else, it's like, oh my god, I could genuinely see somebody going through this and then going, well, I didn't do anything wrong.
That wasn't my fault. I need to leave this toxic relationship for my own sanity. And you just want to grab him and fucking throw him into traffic. Oh, man. Ooh. What are your thoughts, Jake?
What, on E1?
Yeah.
I would like to grab Inko by his skull, like palm his head like a basketball, and drag his face across a wall like Broly.
That's fair enough, man.
I mean, you're already in the hospital at the end of E1 too. You could be like, "Hey, are there any spare beds for this dickhead?"
No, he won't. No, hey, take this guy to the morgue. That's where he's going.
Yeah.
You guys got a hearse out back?
we could speed this up. Come on. We'll just run him over and then put him in the back. It's all good. Oh man. Yeah. E1 is fucking E1. That is for sure. Poor Olivia. May you rest in peace.
I'm unplugging her.
Wow.
I mean,
What?
to be fair, you don't know what actually happens after that. It might be that she's like, oh, she's a vegetable now. Guess. Hey, Dad! That we've just now seen in only this ending. Do you want to unplug your daughter? Do you want to go and make that choice?
I was already feeling bad watching that all go down at the end, and then her dad walks in. I'm like, oh god damn it! Now take that knife and just twist it harder. Why don't you?
Oh yeah,
Just
this is
say,
real.
Oh, hi, Mark.
But at the very least, at the end of all that suffering, we get that epilogue, baby.
Epilogue made me so happy, man.
I think it was kind of funny too, because I want to say in the video you had gotten E4 and you're like, oh, you know what? I don't need that epilogue. You know, I'm happy with what I got. And then, you know, you obviously had all of the fucking the quick reactions to each of the endings.
The best part was I genuinely at that point was like, I'm just going to finish editing the video together, upload my thoughts of it, and maybe if I want to do the other endings, I'll do it off screen, not recording, whatever. I sat in my bed and like, I'm going to bed. And then I kind of just had a moment like straight out of like an anime or a TV show where I just open my eyes, look up at the ceiling and go, oh, god damn it, I'm going to do the other endings tomorrow.
You don't regret a thing, do you?
I do not regret it, but at the same time, I'm sitting there like, in another world, I could have just had E4 and been done with it, and then I just had to go and hurt myself some more.
And then because you went through the pain, that epilogue is handed to you, and by God, is that epilogue a nice little treat, isn't it?
Now let's talk about Snoot Game.
Before we jump there, I did want to, because at the end of the video for Wani, you were sitting on that main menu screen, and I could hear you getting a little emotional. And I only want to bring that up because I had a very similar experience right after the epilogue, where I was sitting there, kind of reflecting for a few moments, and I was getting choked up before I did my sign off for stream, because it was a very weird experience in the sense of this was phenomenal, but it is over now. And you sit there and you're like, well, what do I do now? Where do I go with all of this?
God, yeah, dude. I sat there and for like a good while just going, damn it, I cannot believe these guys got me in such a way. I looked back on like the beginning of the video to how I was after 30 something hours of playing through it, and I'm just sitting there like, holy shit.
What a fucking ride.
Why the hell my screen blurry?
I can't see straight. This sucks. Yeah. All right, Jake. Go ahead and lead us into Snoot.
So, it's been a while since I've watched your Snoot video, so I don't remember off the top of my head. Which ending did you get first?
I also got E4 first on Snoot.
Right, that makes sense.
That one was easier than Wani, admittedly.
Yeah, because you had prior experience.
Mm-hmm. That roof scene was hard, though. You really want to say something during that, but you gotta be quiet.
I shut up because personally, if I were in the shoes of Anon, I wouldn't know how to really reply. I figured like, okay, just let Fang vent. And then the moment Fang starts going off on him about being quiet, I'm sitting there like, oh no, I fucked up. No, please. Why didn't I say something? And then it all worked out.
Anon pulls it back. It's fine.
Yeah, he pulls it back in spades. I sat there after that scene like, god damn. I think he said that shit from the heart for once.
I wouldn't have done that shit. I would have been like, sorry. Oh, I don't know what to say.
See,
you're late for class.
You're bleeding.
We should go to nurse, please. See, like I'm the kind of person who would probably have said something on the roof, right? But one of the things that you have to remember with these games is you're not playing you.
Mhm.
You're playing the character. And to bring it back to Wani real quick, I became acutely aware of this during like the one scene where fucking, what was it, Mia was picking on Olivia, and you could choose to either just say, hey, let's go, or like talk back.
Bullying is bad.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I would talk back. I could clap back with something. And then Inko just pushes up his fucking glasses, goes, actually, you do realize bullying's wrong, right, Mia? And that makes you mean. It's like, holy shit. I gotta remember who I'm playing.
Inko's ass at that moment, man. I would have.
That's like the perfect. I saw like 3 PSAs regarding bullying, and I know what to do. You know what I mean?
What a fucking loser!
What a nerd!
I would have fucking gave him a wedgie, man, right at that moment.
Yeah, I'm glad that Olivia hits him with like a fucking stare when he does that.
Yeah, like, are you stupid? Hello?
Yeah, but fucking yeah, no, Snoot. So here's a quick question.
Mhm.
Olivia or Fang?
Oh shit! I knew this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one right answer, and it's Reed.
Yep. It's all about Reed, baby.
It's funny you say that because I think between both games, Reed is still my favorite side character.
Exactly. That's
Just-
what I'm saying.
So just I like the stoner raptor so much. He's wiser than he really should be, and that threw me for a loop.
I just want to huff his tail feathers.
All right. Look, the only L I think Reed holds is during E3. That's
Yeah.
the only L.
Oh yeah, fuck Reed and E3. I lost all respect from him.
That was
one.
bad.
I was like, oh my god, why? But you know, it was nice to see a character flaw from him in that one moment. I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like that, huh?
Yeah, and then I don't think you see him ever again in that ending. I think
Never
that's the last
again,
time you
yeah.
see him. He's like,
He
all right,
just-
I'm
he
gone. I can't
disappears out
handle
of
this.
shame.
I'd probably disappear out of shame too. I'm gonna be real. That's a pretty big fuck up.
That is more than a little fucky wucky. But back to Fang versus Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. You know, I've ran the same question in my head several times over the months. Like, honestly, though, I guess it'd have to be Olivia just by a tiny bit.
We're winning!
I guess I think Fang is fantastic, and I think I think Fang's story resonated with me more. But I think I just prefer Olivia more as like an actual overall character. It's not a very wide margin. It's super close between the two, but I would prefer Olivia. Honestly.
I mean, the question is wing hugs or fucking bellowing heated blanket?
You know, fucking beanbag chair.
yeah, the beanbag chair, huh?
It's all about that bellowing, dog. It's
Dude,
got to be.
that real talk. The one thing I'd change about the Wani video, if I could go back and like do it again or re-edit it or whatever, I wouldn't have like I was overly paranoid about YouTube or whatever about that whole scene. I don't know why. And I just think of it now and if I could go back and change it again, I would 100% just show 70 pounds of Gator Girl ass just right then and there. Full stop.
Yep.
I would have just said, fuck it. All right. We in it now.
Because, I mean, if you have the fucking the naughty image off, they still show her fucking gigantic gongas when she's in the pool. So, like, what's wrong with 70 pounds of gator ass?
I remember when that scene came
Nothing.
up, I went, huh? What?
Yeah,
For
you're
free?
Gulp.
That was pretty good.
I'm sure Fang's wing hugs are really comfy too, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Nah, weighted blanket.
Yeah.
That bitch made a copper wire. A fucking crackhead would sell her ass.
Jesus.
I don't like Fang. Sorry.
Clearly. Fucking on the topic of the saucy images, I think it was funny how when it came to Snoot saucy images, it was just Anon sitting there like, yeah, but what if they were like almost naked? And then that just flashes up on screen and you're like,
I get
whoa!
flashbanged. I'm like, what the fuck?
You don't see it coming. Like fucking with Olivia, it's like, oh, I'm gonna go look at Olivia at the pool. Whoa. The 70 pounds of gator ass was a little bit of a flashbang, but not as much as like fucking Trish and Fang in fucking bikinis, and you're like, whoa! Add-on! Lock in!
What kind of mind you got there, brother? Just instantaneously thinks of it and it immediately pops into mind. I don't know how he does it.
All the Fang heads in chat are giving me shit. Why marry Fang when I could marry Reed instead? That's all I'm saying.
Fucking real. Man.
Would you kiss Reed for $1 million?
I would fucking suck Reed's dick for $1 million.
I'd pay $10 to kiss Reed.
Is that real?
Well, hey, let's talk about the other character that was there too. You know, the purple evil, the Trish.
Oh boy, Trish.
Talk to me!
Trish, to me, it's so weird because I look back on it now and I realize, okay, I heavily disliked her. Easily one of the best written characters in the game for me because I genuinely, every time she was on screen, I wanted to kick her off of it. And it kind of blew me away, especially with E4, how it changed my opinion of her almost entirely, almost. To the point where I almost kind of liked her as a character. But, you know, Trish still sucks as a whole for me, as a whole. But, but it definitely needs her bonus scenes and E4 for that to really turn her around.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
Such a manipulative bitch.
Oh yeah, I did not like her. I fucking, and anytime I have to hear some fucking Trish sympathizer come into my chat and tell me that Trish isn't as bad as you think. Fuck you. She's evil.
She got fat tits though.
Look, she's not on the same tier as Mia, all right? I don't think Mia's redeemable in any sense, but that's because they didn't fucking write her well. Trish, however, at the very least, at the end of the game, when all is said and done, I can begrudgingly look her way and be like, all right, fine. I guess you get to hang around this.
I guess you can be invited to the function.
But that's all she gets, all right? Which is weird, because I would have expected to have more of like a turnaround with her at some point, as opposed to like fucking Naomi for me. I feel like I'm more sympathetic to Naomi, which I didn't think would happen.
I hate that bitch.
You hate a lot of them.
How do you like?
being
You
of
like?
hatred.
You like Stella Bowie?
Snoot Game, Stella, right? Just making sure.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get to GVH.
Okay. Just I wanted to double check that. Yeah, I like Stella.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Anyway, I'm not talking about the fridge.
Yeah,
I feel like what I like about Stella is that even though she didn't get like a bunch of time, she's very genuine. She reminded me of a lot of people in high school that were just unabashedly cringe, and those people were some of the nicest and most realist people I think I knew during those times. And I liked Stella for that reason. It's like she is such a goober, but her charm is just contagious almost, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
See, me and you have similar experiences.
Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, you had good experiences with your Stellas. I knew a Stella in high school, and she was the fucking worst cunt I've ever had the displeasure of knowing. Because she was also unashamedly cringe, except she had no concept of personal space. Do you know what a glomp is?
I know what a glomp is, yeah.
She did that shit to me constantly.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
From behind. Like, maybe I could tolerate it if it was like, she got my attention before doing it, but no, she would fucking like slam into me at mock speed from behind, and she is one of the only people that I have come close to laying hands on that definitely did not deserve to have their hands laid on them.
That kind of shit you should ask about first, especially. That's
Oh,
a little.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I told her to stop plenty. And
See-
yeah, so
And I'm not
It
even
is-
on the coin. I
Haktui.
never really had to deal with anybody like that. I was more of a loner in high
Oh, yeah,
school,
you
so kind of avoided that anyways. But Stella's character always was one I was like, I think she's fine. I think I could get along with her.
I know it's stupid to like fucking paint Stella and that like, yeah, well, I had one bad experience, but like, oh, dude, it was 4 years of that the entire time I knew her in high school. So
Once again, I'm really sorry you had to go through that. That sounds genuinely uncomfortable.
yeah, well, I think she's a crackhead now. So
All right, we're just dropping that. That's good. How about we move on to another character, huh? Let's
Okay.
What about Rosa? What you feel about Rosa? There's a lot of Rosa heads.
I know there's a lot of Rosa heads. Rosa is also great. I thought to myself initially, like, oh well, she's kind of one note, but she's the best kind of one note.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was very funny at times. Like just the way she speaks was really funny to me. I don't know why. I guess because it's like it was exaggerated, like Spanish girl trope that I thought was, it could have gone either way. It could have been extraordinarily racist, or it could have been really endearing, and she ended up being endearing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like Rosa. I would also let her break me in half.
oh,
All right. I wish
before the Lord's eyes.
Is the
I
cross
sure
in the
hope
room?
the Lord is watching. Honestly, he better be.
Oh my.
I kind of wish we had gotten more of Rosa, because really, other than that, like the beginning with the garden, she's delegated to more of an E3 type situation. You know what I mean? Like where you don't really get too much unless you're on that route. And don't get me wrong, I like what we get on that route, but she's just like absent otherwise, which kind of sucks.
I do wish she got more time. That is the only complaint I really have with her. So
That's I feel like that's a common complaint with a lot of characters in both games, that we miss out on some of the development and some of the potential of those characters. We didn't talk too much about the Wani characters. Damien gets a lot of time, though I feel like, just like with other characters, I feel like we could have had some more with him, maybe like a one-on-one type deal later on in the game. Liz exists. I feel like the most you get with her is at the tower.
the tower and the arcade come to mind. Yeah,
I don't even know if I can call the arcade, because she just fucks off.
it's so funny because like I think I said in the video, Liz has got like one of the best character designs in the entire game for me, because it's just so simple and effective.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the arcade, yeah, she kind of fucks off. And I remember going through when I was recording the game, and it shows up on Discord what chapter you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the part where you go and have lunch with her, and with Inko and Olivia. And at the chapter, something along the lines of, "We forgot about Liz, lol."
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh god, we haven't seen her for a while, have we?
Like, oh god, we really did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most, like, the biggest complaint you could levy against the games. It's just there's not enough of the game. We want more of these characters. But,
Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of those. I feel like who does get attention, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish I wish they all got that treatment though.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What other characters do we have in fucking Snoot? I mean, we've got Nazar, the baby bro.
Question.
He's
This
cool.
has bothered me for a long time. Is it Nazar or Nasser? Because I've been calling him Nasser ever since I started playing it.
I think his name is Arabic, right? I think it's Nasser.
Well, I think yeah, because you look at GVH, right, and it's Fatima and Nazar, right?
Yeah.
But But I'm
But-
too like ingrained at this point. I'm just calling him Nazar.
It might even be Nasir, actually. But
Possibly.
yeah,
See, someone's Nasir.
yeah, there you go.
Oh well, I never claimed to be right, and I never will.
I'm a red-blooded American. I'm calling that boy Nazer.
I do like him though. I just think his jacket is incredibly tacky.
Man, you hating.
I'm hating, but I'm right.
I would rock that floor shit.
Yeah, you like Hawaiian shirts, so it
I
kind of
fucking love
feels
my
right.
Hawaiian shirts.
I would bully him for his bad taste in jackets, but he would literally beat the hell out of me.
Yeah, you remember when he slams Ann onto the fucking locker?
He does like a fucking super on him and
Yeah.
slams him into the locker.
Bursts
I could
fucking
take-
meter, and it's like, oh shit, okay.
I could take his bitch ass.
Not if you were Anon.
No,
I could probably take the first 2 slams, but then the charge up one he does at the very last one, I would have probably passed out.
Motherfucker.
I would have got knocked unconscious. Yeah, boy's
wouldn't even-
strong.
I wouldn't even let him put hands on me to begin with.
I like Nazar. He's a fun character.
He's a
He's
bro.
a cool guy.
And then all right, there's Naomi.
Hawk Tui.
Oh boy. Naomi's all right. That's pretty much the gist of what I think of her. She's just okay. Fake as fuck, but okay. I feel like with her, it's once again one of those moments where the bonus chapter with her really adds some context with her.
Absolutely.
So I look at it and go, okay, well, I guess she wasn't that bad. But still though, no. Fuck Naomi as a whole. I changed my mind.
Yeah, you know what? Fucking you push her in the wood chipper. It's all good.
Yeah. Maybe not the wood shepherd, but definitely into a locker.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
She's earned that much, I guess.
she doesn't even deserve her dress. Ben looks better in it than she does.
I have seen that image, unfortunately, and goddamn.
Unfortunately,
They love putting Ben in dresses. I'll tell you that.
he's so fuckable. What? I'm not wrong.
Are we gonna get Freak Parade? Is that where we're going now?
Do you want Freak Parade?
Hey man, I'm not gonna stop you if you wanna fucking just send it.
I'd fucking grab his crest and crank him around like a joystick.
The silence is deafening.
Yeah, they're absorbing the truth.
I'm just letting him stew in it. I think that's
Chat,
most...
lend me your freak energy.
No, don't let
Spirit
it.
bomb.
Do not give him the spirit bomb. Jesus Christ. Is there any other characters I'm missing? I think that's all of like the Snoot cast, isn't it?
We talked about Reed.
Yeah.
We talked about Trish.
Yep. Are
We
you gonna
talked
just
about-
enumerate them?
Nazer. We talked about Naomi.
Rosa, Stella.
Can we talk about Mr. Karladewski?
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. He's pretty cool, isn't he?
He was pretty cool.
All right.
Even though he wasn't there for very long, but he definitely left an impression.
Oh yeah. How do you like Tracy?
Oh yeah,
That's-
Tracy.
Tracy
dog
was
girl.
all right. I feel like she's just kind of there, but
I
she
mean,
wasn't bad, I guess.
Yeah, she is. She is just kind of there. Now, what about Malcolm? Taxi guy, in case you don't know. His name.
Oh, yeah, I did not know his name. I just called him the taxi guy. I completely forgot about him. I liked him a lot more in Wani when he shows up there.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, he's okay too. Not really much to really go with.
Oh fuck me, we forgot about Spears.
Oh,
No,
boy.
true.
The second best character in the entire game.
Spears is
Um,
goated.
Oh my god, I wish I had a principal as cool as Spears was. Oh man, I love how direct he is the entire game.
He doesn't
I
fuck around.
Did not fuck around whatsoever. I feel like whereas I didn't mind Scalar, she was kind of just reactive to everything that happens in the game. I loved Spears because he's proactive in that sense. I like he gave good advice. He was stern when he needed to be. He was kind when he needed to be. And I don't know. That part where he insults Anon's waifu taste is just the best thing for me. I don't know why.
Your taste is shit. Your waifus are trash. Come to me, boy. I'll give you the right shit.
Yummers.
Man, he definitely is a good character, and like you said, he is very proactive in the sense, because like off the rip, he's like telling you, hey, fuck ass. You're not the only person in this world. Other people are dealing with shit too. Lock in. And it's like, oh, salute, yes sir. All right, I'll keep that in mind. And it feels really good as you go through the game and you're going towards that E4, and he's just kind of like nodding approvingly at you, like, yep, good job, my boy. And you're like, oh, papa.
Yippee!
And then you got Uncle Mo.
Oh god, Mo is also great. It's Mo is so simple from an entire standpoint. Oh, pizza T-Rex, nice, very funny. He's got little arms, closed eyes, mustache. But then it's like, oh, he's spouting, he's spitting at me right now. Some really nice life-changing advice. Thanks, Mo. I bet his pizza probably doesn't taste like ass either. I bet he's a really good cook.
I would fucking tear up a pizza from Dino Mo's, dog. That would probably
I fuck
be
up that
peak.
meteor, dog. I fuck up that meteor pizza, man. Fucking anchovies on that shit. Give me that bitch.
Olivia would fuck that up too, right? She like the anchovies on the pizza?
Yeah, dog.
I've never had anchovy on pizza, believe it or not.
It's very salty, but it's good.
I do like salty food. Maybe I should give that a try at some point.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry. Fuck. All right, let's get on to the discussion of endings, shall we? Because just like Wani, games got 4 endings, and they vary wildly.
Yeah.
So I was able to also get E4 on my first go of Snoot, and E4 feels really nice. There's a couple things I think that were missing at the end, but ultimately, it feels like a nice package, like a nice bow tie, or not bow tie, ribbon on top of the present, you know?
Right.
What fucking Anon decides, you know what? Maybe I don't go into the military. Maybe I'll just go to college and do sound design, and that works out for him. And then the whole like, oh, we're gonna go have a reunion, and you see, I was gonna say everybody. I want to say that what Rosa and Stella are both missing from.
No, Rosa's there.
Rosa's there. Stella's the only one who wasn't, right?
Because Rosa's the bartender.
Right. That's right. Yeah. So you get to see like all the characters again. You see that like, oh, everybody's doing pretty fucking well for themselves. Hell yeah, let's go. And then you get that nice rooftop scene with your fucking tarot wife, and it's just very nice, right? Everything wraps up cleanly, picturesque, movie roll to credits. And then you've got E3, which, you know.
E3 was the perfect bittersweet ending for me. And I'm not just saying that because I like bittersweet endings or because it was the last ending that I did get. But I liked the way it portrayed that, you know, it's happy, but
big butt there.
as a big theme. Like the whole theme of that ending was like, oh yeah, it's really nice. However, and it just kind of left me with the, well, shit, that could have been so much better. But at the same time, I'm happy that, you know, they worked something out of this entire train wreck.
We salvaged it.
We salvaged it, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's interesting comparing the E3 in both Snoot and Wani, because in Wani's, I felt a whole lot more hopeful for the future. They both feel hopeful for the future, but with Wani, I feel like I see a very clear path getting from post E3 to something akin to E4, you know? Snoot's feels like we're just now starting to work on the problems, you know? We're just now starting to like, okay, we need to start trying to get better here. Because, I mean, while things like stabilized, it doesn't feel like she's had time to really come to terms with like a lot of stuff, you know? There's still a lot of that baggage and a lot that she needs to kind of overcome. But she has Xanon.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to get to about it too. What struck me about E3 is that while Lucy is obviously going to have a wonderful life with Anon after that, it's not really her that he, bonded with in during the base of their high school years. It's not her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it just feels like a completely different person. And that left me with a really sad feeling in my gut that this once edgy, struggling with identity Taro is now just this normal girl. And it's like, damn, this is a little rough. I do think they'll work things out though. And yeah, and like you said, they'll definitely start to, I guess, take care of things after that. I feel like Anon will do a great job in that ending specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to take a lot of time.
You know what I think it is for me? I think it's in Wani's E3, I don't see that going anywhere other than E4. In Snoot's E3, I could conceivably see a reality where it turns into something not exactly like, but similar to Wani's E2. Where maybe things don't work out because they are so different now, from what they used to be. Like, they're going to give it the fucking best shot they can, and they could end up in their E4, but it's still, there's questions. There's lingering doubts. And I think that it's a well-written ending because of that.
And I agree with you on that. It does remind me that I, because of how I felt about that ending, I did eventually read Bonds because of it.
Mm.
It's one of the only fics that I have gotten the time to sit down and read. So
Bonds is very good.
That is
Bonds
on
is
my
very
list.
great.
That is on my list to read. I just gotta finish the final fucking boss that's none in the chamber.
I get to read that.
Speaking of, let's get to the shitty endings. Shitty not in how they're written, but shitty is in how they make us feel.
Oh boy.
Before we get to the elephant in the room, let's do E2. Man, E2, alright?
E2 was rough. It was like watching a train wreck happen in front of me, and just when I thought it was over, another train came in and hit that one wreck over and over and over again, and I felt empty by the end of it. There I am sitting there thinking, okay, I've got this. It's going to be rough. I've got experience now, though. I'll be fine. Not fine.
Yeah. You don't really get prepared for it as much as you'd think you would, do you? It still hurts. Still hurts. You're still sitting there, you're like, man, it didn't have to be this way.
It could have been so much better.
Yeah, well, everybody else thought that too. So you have a million gorillion E2 fics.
Oh yeah, the E2 cope fics are plentiful. Everybody's just like, turn around, Anon, say something.
You got comics and fics. It's wonderful. It's like the one positive thing from that ending, if you think about it.
I do like a lot of the art where it's like the E2, like they actually do reconcile. The designs and everything are very nice, and like what people do with them. I like it. It's very cool. And then we got E1.
Funny.
Oh, that one's
Pow pow.
Yeah. Pow pow. Man. There's an argument that some people have made comparing the two E1s and which ones they think is worse, right? I definitely fall more on the side of, man, Snoot E1 is way rougher. And the argument against it is that for some people it doesn't feel that like real. For me though, no, I see it. yeah, it's one of those things where I can believe this can be a conclusion.
Going through E1 for the first time was probably one of the worst feeling moments I think I've ever had playing any game, like ever.
Yeah, that one hit you hard.
I keep myself in the dark when I play these games because I want to see what it is without any notification of what I might see. So that's like no CGs, no shots, no nothing.
Mhm.
And I remember going through it, just getting this sense, like this feeling in my gut immediately after what happens at the prom happens. And I'm just like, okay, this is going poorly. It's getting worse. Okay, it's whatever. They went back to Anon's apartment. It's fine. It's going to probably still end poorly, but we're going to build to that, right? I got to the part right after she snaps and Anon calms her down. And that pit in my stomach just widened because I didn't know what was about to happen.
But you knew it wasn't going to be good.
I thought to myself, this is going to be so much worse than I am believing. And I just could only mutter out, I'm fucking scared. I couldn't really cope with that. Then at 1,000 yards there for a moment.
Thinking about it.
I just thought about it again, man. Shit. That was one of the worst feelings I think I've ever felt, just going through that whole moment at the school all over again. And it's not nobody really knows this, so I'm just going to talk about it here. The reason why I did E1 as I did, where it's just a montage of everything that happens in it, was because I got to the scene in the hallway and I just stopped narrating. I was on the verge of throwing up, I felt like, for a moment. I don't know why it impacted me as much as I did, but yeah, it got worse and worse, and then the credits hit, and I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time with this because I thought I got over this, but I haven't.
You're good, dog.
You're good.
Yeah, that shit really just didn't sit with me well at all. I just couldn't handle it, I guess, in the way I thought I could have. You know, after the game closes and I open it up again because I'm like, I got to say something. You know, turn the music off, sit there, and I didn't know what to really say.
Mhm.
I was crushed in a million ways and couldn't recover. Then I just said, fuck it, I'm going to bed. I turned off OBS, turned off the game, and turned off my computer. It's like 10 p.m. Just get in bed, go to sleep. And I cried my fucking eyes out. That was the absolute lowest I've ever felt.
Yeah, it's
pretty rough.
it's a haunting ending. That's for sure.
It's an incredibly well-written ending. And it's so painful. And it's so morbid for me to say that I loved it because of that. But
it's appreciating the well-written nature of it, right?
Yeah.
Right. On the bright side, I got Bad Apple out of it, so I guess I've got that. Shout out Umbra.
Yeah, hey Umbra.
Hey Umbra, if you're in chat.
Thank you for making me feel better about all of that.
Yeah. And None in the Chamber is the one that I'm going through right now. And that's
I was about to say something else.
Too.
I was about to say something else, but that would be a spoiler.
Yeah,
for
keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Yeah, no, fucking None in the Chamber. That's a long ass fic. Well written. Man, have I been reading that for months at this point. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That yeah, no. Yeah. And I think like we said, it's a well-written ending. And regardless of how you want to see it, the fact that it doesn't come off as like shoehorned in or like corny or like distasteful, is the biggest proof that it is a good ending. Because, so if I were to pitch this to somebody, right, and I said, hey, some 4chaners made a game where the worst ending is a school shooting, most people are gonna be like, oh, that's gonna be dog shit, dog. There's no way. And then you play it and you're like, oh.
And they
that's
played it
rough.
completely straight.
Yeah. They don't pull any punches. They don't do anything. It's just straight up, hey, this girl you've gotten close with has
Snapped.
It snapped. She snapped. It's
Not
over.
a bad thing.
She's just, there you go.
Have you seen the cut CGs for that, by the way, Bowie?
I think I know of the one with Nasser, and that's about
Yeah.
it. Unless there's any more.
I think that's mostly the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, that it sucks for me to say this, but I kind of wish they kept it. I think it would have hurt more. I would have liked to have gotten hurt more, I guess. Just to really nail it in.
Yeah.
That would have been a fun thing to voice.
Oh god, Jesus Christ! You know, the other thing is though, I still think to myself, why didn't Anon just do something in that moment there with Nasser? Why didn't you at least like try to help the guy out, please? You selfish fuck.
I gotta imagine Mans was just a walking zombie at that point. Like in a dream state.
Kevin says it best in chat. The biggest loser of E1 is Ripley.
Poor
His-
fucking Rip.
Not only are both of his kids dead, that was his gun.
Yeah, it was his gun. I bet a million things went through his head at the grave, and he just didn't know what to really say.
Or what can you say?
Well,
What can you say?
I mean, that's why he's sitting there at the grave after everybody's left.
Yeah.
And not only did he lose both of his kids, it was his fucking daughter that killed her brother.
What's that called?
So it's just like-
Fratricide?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. It's fratricide. But it's just fucking like, I don't know. E1 didn't hit me like nearly as hard as it did anything else. I fucking make jokes about E1 all the time. But like, it's when you look beyond the scope of what we see, when you think about what's happening to everybody else, that's what gets me. Because it's not just like, you know, like in E2 where it's only really Anon and Fang who are just going through it. It's fucking, that situation in E1 affects everybody.
Lives are destroyed.
Yeah, it's just like even the fucking background characters we've never seen, like they all had families, and it's just like, fuck, dude. And it hits, especially for, you know, everybody in here is, you're American, right, Bowie?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all American. Like, we know the effects that shit has on people. You know.
Yeah, it might
It's just-
seem like far-fetched for maybe people in other countries and everything, but it's like,
This shit's a real problem.
I haven't
where we
watched
live.
like news or anything in a while, but like I know a couple years back when I was actually paying attention to that stuff, it felt like there was a new one every single fucking week.
Yeah, it's
Where
just-
did it happen this time? Crazy.
it fucking sucks that we have to be numb to that shit because it happens so much. It's fucking miserable. And seeing it represented so perfectly in that way is just like, it really hammers home that, yeah, this is how this shit is. This is what it would be like if you had to fucking experience this. So yeah, E1 sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. That much is true. Yeah.
Fucking Dino games, am I right?
This shit got a little depressing for a moment there.
Hey, let's talk about Mimi.
Oh, hold up a minute.
God damn it.
I kind of want to give me one sec. I think a good palate cleanser here is hey, do you know our young lad our young boy Lanny,
Are
our
you
little
getting me?
mascot. Yeah, I'm gonna pull
I've
Lanny
seen him
in.
in a few of the other spotlights. Yeah.
He's busy. He's playing Unturned. Oh, Lanny.
Hi, Lanny.
Ew.
Don't fucking ew! God damn it! What's your problem?
You're my problem.
We
Fatty.
just talked about E1, and we need. Did you just call him Daddy?
No, fatty.
He calls
Oh.
me fatty all the time.
Anyway, yeah, we just talked about E1. It got real heavy, Lanny. Say some funny things.
Got real heavy.
Like-
Heavy
like-
like Humo.
Oh my god. You know, here's the thing. Before the fucking spotlight today, I was like, hey Lanny, are you cool with coming on like you usually do? And he's like, oh yeah, I was just a little worried that maybe that you didn't want me on tonight because you know, Bowie's a pretty big guest. And I'm like, no dog, I would love to have you on because you're like one of our like reoccurring guests. It's, you know, you're part of the soul of the show. And then he comes in here like this, and I don't want to have him here anymore.
It's really good, Lanny. Don't worry. You did good, son. You did good.
Also, say hi.
Say hi to Bowie.
Bye.
Later. I
I
guess.
lied. I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
You expected? Did you just like expect me to like sling you out of here? Or?
No. I kind of forgot what was going on. If I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm
Yeah.
happy I'm here. I think.
You think?
This is a
Say something nice or mean about Humo again.
Nice or mean?
Yeah, go for it.
He's always gonna choose mean.
Humo Nodo, you like an ice cream. Blah blah. I throw you on the sidewalk and leave you to ride.
Shut up! God, I hate you!
Boom check. That's bad stream audio.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with you?
I want to lobotomize you by waterboarding you with a slushy machine at
It has to be because he's
Kmart.
playing Unturned, right? Like he's just on some shit right now.
No, I'm like this all the time, you fucking stupid Neanderthal. Your stone sling and mouth sling and drool sling. I'm sorry.
Oh, stone slinging, drool slinging.
And then
Ash
ends it off
swinging.
with a fucking sorry. Just cuts it.
Immediate 180.
Because I feel bad, because you're my friend.
Oh, at what point did you start feeling bad? You've been fucking combo breaking me the whole time you've been here.
I don't fucking know. I forgot.
Get out, leave.
Say please.
You're done. Get out.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Lanny.
You're welcome.
Fuck.
So yeah, that's our little guy.
I feel like I encouraged that. I'm sorry.
Trust me, he would have done it regardless. I don't know when it happened. At a certain point, we went from being like, "Oh, we're very nice to each other," to him like every time I join a call, being like, "Ew, Humo is here, stinky," and I'm like, my son, what have I done? No, I don't. Shut up. You're evil. You're a bad influence on him.
No, I'm not.
Anyways, we can go to Mimi now if you'd like.
If I were a bad influence on him, the first thing he would have said when he entered here was,
Talk to me!
Actually, you know what? Do you want to save Mimi and Devlog for last? Because I kind of want to talk about GVH, and I don't know if we want to have that at the end or if we want to have that now.
Yeah, we could do that.
No, you know what? Yeah, I think it's good right now because we had such an emotional like talk about Snoot Game. Let's get emotional about GVH, right?
And then we can have a nice palate cleanser afterwards.
Okay. Let's do it. Sure. Why not?
Now, here's my question. Do you want to lead on this or do you want me to lead on this? Because I got a lot to say about GVH.
Go for it. Yeah, let me hear it.
So, I played GVH. Big mistake. Did 3 streams of it. The first stream, and I knew going into GVH, people had their qualms with it. They didn't like it. I tried to go in with an open mind. I said, okay, this inspired Snoot. I'll give it a fair shake, you know? Pay my respects to the original.
OG.
So I go in, I'm like, okay, there's some stuff I'm not really I'm not fucking with it heavy. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I see that they're setting up some things here that could be good. I'll keep writing it out. Cautiously optimistic. Second stream, I get to the Battle of the Bands. And I start getting mad. Because there's certain things that are happening that don't feel like they make any sense. The third stream, I start at the campfire scene.
Yeah, that can't go well at all, can it?
Nope. At that point, I just tear into the fucking game because I can't see anything redeemable. The game wants you to play it a very specific way, and it wants you to be an asshole. That way, the drama between Trish and Fang can seem more justified. The issue is that they let you be a reasonable person. Tons of times in the beginning of the game, it's like, oh, Trish isn't really all about the band stuff. She has other interests. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's okay, Trish. I'll support you. Battle of the Bands. You've never supported me once. Oh. What are you talking about? I have...
Jesus
I literally had
Christ.
video evidence here of me supporting you. We get to the campfire, and she's still bitching about it. And like...
That got... Sorry, go ahead.
And then... I'll let you go, because there's so many things to discuss.
That is probably, I think, the whole relation with Fang and Trish in Goodbye Volcano High is probably, for me, one of the worst experiences of it, the entire thing, because
Absolutely.
it feels like it's trying to force drama rather than have it happen naturally. And it's like you say, you could be as friendly to her as possible, do almost every decision or whatever right where you build affinity with her, and it doesn't fucking matter. Because she's still gonna do her whole spiel after Battle of the Bands. And I just sat there afterwards myself and thought, what?
Mm-hmm.
You want to run that by me again, you dumb bitch? That was just...
And then, at the campfire scene, the game has the fucking audacity to force you to apologize. And I'm sitting there, I think... I said, when I had to talk to Trish, I said, I swear to God if the game makes me apologize. And then Fang goes, I'm sorry, Trish. And I'm like, you have nothing to be sorry for. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That campfire scene is ironically the lowest part of the entire experience, I feel.
And I think it's hilarious too, because I want to say in the video you did for GVH, fucking... You're getting to the campfire scene, you said, okay, this is the last chance for the game to redeem itself. And I was sitting there kicking my fucking legs because I'm like, oh, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
And that's just one of like the biggest offenders in a list of offenders. Another perfect example. Hey, how do you feel about the Stalker Naomi stuff?
Ooh, I could go on about that. Okay. See, here's the thing. If the Naomi and Fang stuff happened without the Stalker elements, I wouldn't have cared for it so much, but it would have been much more acceptable than the stalking part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen the video, and when Naomi's revealed to it, I was about to like slam my hand like on my desk. I was trying not to.
Yep.
And I almost snapped. There's a couple ways I feel like it could have gone better. I don't think having her stalk Fang like that is one of the ways. That's certainly a writing decision to go with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you're gonna play it off like that.
I think I want to say
Mino likey, basically.
yeah, absolutely. I want to say at one point, like, I don't understand who in the fucking writing room thought it was okay to like, oh, here's somebody that you don't know. Let's go ahead and have you be able to flirt with them. For all you know, that could have been Carl Dusky on the other end of that, dude. And like, I think fucking Fang ends up naming the contact Pretty Hero.
Yeah.
What?
Because of all their talks, yeah.
It's ridiculous. And the biggest thing that just fucking pisses me off is it's like you could have fixed this so easily by just have it be like a okay. Naomi messages you under an alias saying that she likes you because she's in the heat of the moment and like all the emotions are running and she's scared, right? Have it like a day or two later. Her just be honest and be like, hey, that was me. And I don't know how to feel about what I said there. And you can have a very compelling story from that. But they took it in the worst possible direction they could. And like romanticized it. The romanticization of it is so fucking icky.
It made me feel kind of like grossed out as it kept going because I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they're going to continue this, right?
Yeah.
Right?
And like, I get to the campfire scene and everything, and she's like, what are we, Fang? And I'm like, dog, I don't care at this point. Sure, we're something. Why not?
You know,
let's see where this goes.
Oh god, I did that too. I just figured like, okay, you know what? I don't like this. I'm gonna pick it anyway because I'd rather not end things on a sour note, and I did not like it anyway. I feel like, ironically enough, turning her down and just remaining friends is a much better outcome, and it's a much better scene with them in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, I look back on that first playthrough and thought I should have just went with that. It worked so much better, ironically enough.
You know what's funny?
I mean, go ahead.
It feels like it would villain like when I saw those options, I honestly sat there for a second and thought the game's gonna like villainize me if I just choose friends.
Yeah, I got that distinct feeling too, just how it was presented, I guess.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, it didn't villainize you at all if you pick it. I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, well, shit. Way to make me feel like an asshole otherwise.
Yeah. Man. Fucking GVH. And the thing is, and it's the worst for me, obviously all that shit sucks really bad. The worst part is there's these like flashes of clarity interspersed throughout the game where it feels like they are so close to saying something. They're so close to having something be compelling. And then it just disappears. Like,
yeah, that was the whole game for me. It was like, oh my god, I can see what they're going for here, and it's gone.
Yeah. Like, I think in the video you were talking about Reed, and how Reed is like one of the few things that like even come close to being good. And it's like Reed has, and this is something that like a ton of people when I was playing were pointing out. The world's ending and nobody really seems to act like the world's ending. Reed's like the only person out here who's like, oh fuck me, we're gonna die.
I liked the way Reed went about it. Specifically, it's like, yeah, we're gonna die. Oh well, we'll make the most of it as we can. And I'm sitting there like, thank you. Somebody's actually treating this with a little bit of seriousness. Thank God. I knew I liked this guy for a reason.
Right.
I mean, I'm still pissed he made me sit through 2 hours of LNL, but you know,
yeah,
I mean, like, but I was sitting there afterward, like, oh, it's his way of coping with it. Okay, well, I guess that's actually pretty powerful. I like that, and we're back to the normal stuff.
Yeah, we're back to the other game, unfortunately.
Yeah, back to the. Yeah, but like, it really put into perspective to me just how poorly written a lot of the characters were. Where I'm thinking, fucking Reed of all people is the best written character in this game.
Yeah, and I think, what was it? There was a moment with Sage where Sage opens up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I see where they wanted to go with that. Like, I can understand that, like, okay, there's something that to be said there, right? There's something to talk about. That you can do something with that. But there's just two glaring issues. One, for me, Sage opened up like out of nowhere. It felt like I extended like just being cordial with Sage. And they're like, okay, I'm going to tell you all my traumas. And it's like, I don't know if a regular person does that.
Yeah, especially with the biggest problem with that confession scene for me is like everybody was just goofing off like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And you treat Sage seriously once, and then the confession comes out. And part of me is like, I want to feel really bad for you. I don't get it myself, but I want to feel really bad for you. But we were just joking about you being a chef. Like, literally, if I blinked and we were there.
Right. Again, it comes out of nowhere. And
also, your affinity is like really, really far back. I don't have any affinity with you. Why are we having this talk?
Oh boy, the affinity system. That's a good one. Ugh. But the other thing about Sage's thing too is it never really gets talked about again.
Oh yeah, after that conversation, it's never,
gone.
Ever. Nope. There's that brief moment of like, okay, maybe I'll start really liking Sage more as a character. Any day now. Okay, how about now?
And it just never happens.
No. Okay, fine.
You get one. That's all you get. And then it's back to the fucking coal mine with you.
That entire game is coal.
The fucking affinity system. That was some horseshit. I want to say that, like, what was it? There was like Sage and Stella both would only like stick on like the most outer ring or some shit, regardless of how close you got with them. The time it really, there was two moments in particular where the affinity system just fucking boggled my mind. I want to say it was, I don't think it was, there might have been a scene prior to the campfire scene where they all kind of like have an argument. And it's kind of like, all right, that's not great. It might have been like the L&L table or something. So they all have an argument. And I pause in between every now and again to kind of collect my thoughts and like just talk for a minute, because you need to talk through that game, because you're sitting there and you're like, am I seeing what I'm actually seeing here? And just kind of like rationalize it, or at least attempt to. And so I'm going through and I'm kind of like looking at the chart and everything. That scene has no input from the player. Basically nothing happens with anybody that should affect your standing. If anything, it should make like negative standing with people. I look at it at the end and Reed has jumped up a level. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what do you mean?
Some of the decisions are tied to very specific choices, and I sit there and go, why though? What did I say that gives me a point up with Reed? What did I say here that gets me a point up with Trish?
Right.
What do you mean?
And then,
coming from a guy who got Trish's little scene at the end of the game on accident, I was like, what did I do half the time? All I did was like support her in L&L. How is that actual bonding?
I've seen people be like, I can't get the Trish ending. I don't know how to do it. I feel like I'm trying everything right and I'm not getting it.
I got it on fucking accident. I'm sitting there like, oh, well, this scene's a little nice. How did I get it again? What do you mean only 1% of people have this achievement?
Oh, man. And that's another thing. This is the thing that really pissed me off about the affinity system. So, you know, at the end when you have like the cards and everything, you can choose this or that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like locked out of choices, and I don't even know why I was locked out of choices. I think like I couldn't choose between Sage or Stella. I had to choose Stella, which I was mostly fine with because I probably would have chose Stella either way. When it came to Reed or Nazar, I only had Nazar. I was like, what? What do you mean? And I go look at the affinity chart. Both of them are on like the closest affinity.
It wasn't very consistent. It's weird.
Because I was so mad.
Yeah, it's like I mean, I was upset more that I couldn't just talk to one and then the other, and the game forces this weird arbitrary choice between the two of them. But hey, yeah, Infinity should have either not have been there or it could have been reworked, honestly, if they were really determined to go with it.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. you saying like, oh, I wish I could have talked to both of them. The only time you get to do that are probably the two people I cared the least about. Go talk to Trish and apologize. Go talk to Naomi and resolve things. It's like, I don't care about either of these people. They can go to hell.
It just, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that kind of. I wasn't a fan of that at all. Really shouldn't have been in the game as it is, I think.
It's just, ugh. Again, there are things in the game that work, right? Like the music is nice, you know.
Music's the best part of the game.
Yeah, like when we get those, I don't think the fucking gameplay during the music is anything to fucking write home about, but the music is good.
Yeah, music is real nice. I liked it a lot. It's the best part about it by a country mile. I feel like maybe it's because I don't mind that kind of, I don't know what kind of genre you'd call it, what kind of rock it is, but it was real nice. I thought one of the coolest little details was what I think the song's called "Don't Call," and it plays twice at Battle of the Bands and then at the at the tryouts, and it's two different versions. And I didn't realize that until my second playthrough, and I went, "Oh shit!" You know, that level of kind of attention to detail is really cool, and I liked the soundtrack more because of that. I wish I had more nice things to say about the rest of the game.
Yep.
I wish I could be this passionate about something other than a video game soundtrack.
And I think the one thing that, like, I know I said it when I fucking streamed the game, and you said it in the video. You remember, like, near the ending and everything, when you would get those flashes of, like, other things happening with all the characters?
Yeah.
And you're like, I would rather be playing that game. That game seems fun. Look at them. Look at all this shit that's happening. Like, all of this effort's going into it, and I'm like, why couldn't I have had, like, more slice of life or something? Fuck. This all sucked.
I would have loved to have just had a slice of life high school. What kind of game is it? Like an adventure? I don't know what it is. But I would love to have just played that kind of high school slice of life kind of game rather than this weird angst-fest doomer experience. I would have just liked to have, you know, watched them just go about their final year, and that would have been it.
Yeah, you didn't even need the meteor. The meteor didn't fucking mean all.
Meteor didn't fucking matter. Yeah, I would have loved to have just played whatever the hell was happening right there at the end.
It would have been so nice.
It would have still had its problems, probably, knowing our luck in that universe where it was just, you know, slice of life. They would have still kept the stalker subplot, but
yeah, probably, you know.
Yeah, but you know,
no, in a fucking. All right, I'm finally jumping in here because I've been quiet. In a perfect world, GBH would have had 3 playable characters, fucking each with their own goddamn branching paths, and then better writing. It would have had so much. Do you know about the 3 playable characters, by the way, Bowie?
We would have gotten our boy Leo. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's I'm fucking pissed off about that because Leo's design is really good.
But this is not a perfect world.
It's not a perfect world, and we get to suffer.
Let's experience this dumbass teenager's concert while we die instead of going on a riot and killing everyone. I would have fucking thrown a pipe bomb up on that fucking roof. I swear to God.
Oh, you know what's fun? The ending is supposed to be ambiguous. You don't know what the meteor hit.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
It's like we want our cake and eat it. You know?
Yeah, they couldn't even go through with it. I'm just like, why though? Like again, if you don't want to show it, whatever. But at that point, don't fucking put it in. Don't even make it a thing. Make that, like, I don't know, the day before or whatever. So, like, at least, you know, I don't know. That bothered me so much when I learned it was ambiguous. I don't know why it did.
Oh, I can tell you why it did. Because they all deserve to get hit by a fucking meteor!
Hey, speaking of which, if you want to, there's a thing being worked on by a couple of writer friends of mine called Meteor Game. So look for that where they make it not shit anymore.
I have heard about it. I'll look into it when I can.
So there you go. Look forward.
Yeah. So fucking GVH, man. There's so much you can say. Like, you can go and find other like things, like the whole thing with like Rosa and how like there was this just like seemingly like forced like tension. There's a ton of shit, and it's like I don't like the game. I am impressed you went through with a second time, because I know when I finished that game, I said I'm uninstalling this and I'm not touching it again.
Yeah, my thought process was, I'm going to go through it a second time, see if anything changes. Nothing did. Well, that just killed my entire drive to see it a third time. Congratulations. I have like 3 achievements left on my Steam for the game that I could have gotten if I went through it a third time, but I have no drive. I have no need.
And
nothing,
why would
nothing
you?
mattered. Nothing mattered.
God, it's so fucking bad, man.
I look back on that entire time playing GVH, and I think fondly of the music. I think fondly of the background art, and I think fondly of how many times I told Reed to shut up, and that's about it.
I look fondly upon the fact that people get to watch me crash out at the fucking campfire scene. That's what I look really fondly upon. We've got a fucking soundboard in this Discord, which is me making just like a fucking guttural noise at like just being appalled.
It sounds like a major historical event, honestly.
I mean, you're not going to hear it, but I could probably wait. Is soundboard enabled in here? Yeah, it is.
Do you want to like play it real quick?
Yeah, I don't know which one it is though. Is it Anguish?
No. Is it Dies?
Oh.
Yep, it's Dies.
Yeah, there you go.
I just that was the noise that came out of me. Also, I just realized Lanny messaged me, thanks Zaddy.
Kill him.
Yeah, no, I'll kill him later. But yeah, with that fucking turd out of the way. Hey, what about those fan games though?
You know
what the fuck already?
You know how to place on our soundboard now, Bowie.
I don't know whether to be honored or terrified.
It was a really good sound. It was a really good sound. So.
Like, there's a thought in the back of my head that would.
I clicked the preview button. I'm trying to listen to it by myself. Discord. I don't want it to play out loud.
You want to run that by me again, you dumb bitch?
That time it was Humo.
Yeah, I wanted to take a listen. Smile. Yeah, no, they work fast here. They work fast.
I'm honored, by the way. Thank you.
Forever immortalized.
Yes, welcome to the fold.
Yeah, no, the fan games kind of popped off recently, didn't they?
They really did. I almost completely missed them.
I've had Roach Bon in the Discord for a while, so I'd always been keeping an eye on like Hold On to Me. Back when it was just referred to as the Mimi Project.
Which wasn't that long ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like this has been going that long, has it, dog? They work fast over there.
Yeah.
So whenever that dropped, Roach was like, "Hey, bud," slides it across the table. "You want to play this?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." I do want to play this. That was Hold On to Me was a terrific experience, I would say.
I'm sitting here smiling like I show speed.
Yeah.
Thinking about Tiffany. I'm thinking about Tiffany.
In case you can't tell, he's completely Tiffany rotted.
Oh, I don't blame him for that.
Yeah, look, Tiffany bros, I get it. You know.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. You like the grimy Italian. I get it.
No, I was gonna give Tiffany some fucking props here if you would let me talk.
I don't need your whorish praises.
Before, when it was just like the designs and everything, I was like, oh, okay, Tiffany looks all right. That's cool. I think the moment like my heart went, okay, I get it, was when you tell her that like oh, you're tolerable and everything, and you go, wait, that's not what I mean. I mean that you're cool and that you're very passionate. And then she just like fucking lights up. That's the moment I was like, oh, she's just a huge fucking nerd. It's adorable looking at like how passionate she is there.
I want to put a baby in her.
Okay. Thanks, champ.
I was gonna say something like, I want to have a toy plushie of her and just cherish it, and then he just goes off with that.
Yeah, he does that a lot. He does that a lot.
I want to start a loving family with her.
Ruined my entire thought process.
He took one look at those teeth and looked at the fucking biting art, and he was like, "Yee."
Yeah, you ruined your entire thought process with "yeah, me too."
Yeah. Fuck.
So one of our based community members has commissioned another artist in our server for 37 drawings of Tiffany. Specifically Tiffany. That's a lot of taffy. And I've seen some of them, and ooh, they good.
Yeah. Fucking. What was?
I think
How
it was.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Sorry.
No,
Oh,
no, you
okay.
first.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
All right, cool. For me, it was really funny, especially like with Tiffany in general. Here I am thinking like, oh man, this girl is precious. She's not even the main girl.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I feeling this way already?
Because she's
Pump the brakes.
Isn't the Tiffany route basically confirmed at this point as like something they're gonna work on afterwards?
I'm gonna tie Roach up by his ears.
Big old stupid rabbit ears. Yeah. Man, all the girls in that are really good. You got Maddie, Mimi.
She's okay.
I like her. I want to see more of her. We got a good introduction to her, I would say. I remember when I was streaming it, people were they were barking when she showed up on screen. I ended up measuring how big her thighs were with a fucking PNG of Chiro, and then comparing it to Nua's head. I think it was something like Mimi's thighs are like 2.25 Nua heads or something. There was some kind of fucking ridiculous math I did, which was fun, but like, damn, that is a big bitch. And then
yeah, I've seen so much art of her in the last couple months, and I didn't really process just how fucking huge she was until the demo came out. And I just sat there and thought, oh wow.
Mimi's 6'4", right? That is her canonical height.
Are you asking or are you telling?
I'm asking, but I'm also fairly certain that I'm correct.
I'll believe you.
I'm pretty sure she's 6'4".
Yeah.
And Tiffany is 6'1".
And then Chiro surprisingly was like what, 5'4"?
What do you mean surprisingly? Did you think she was like 4 feet or something?
Yeah, the sprites kind of articulate that she's like 4 foot something. She's fucking small, dog.
Well, yeah. I don't think she's. Yeah, she's. I would believe that height.
You'd believe 5'4".
Yeah.
I feel like if we stack them up all next to each other, you'd be singing a different tune.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, speaking of Chiro, man, I love Chiro's design. Wish she had more than 5 lines in the fucking demo.
I like Chiro too. I feel like we're gonna get to see plenty more once the full thing comes out.
You want to talk about Lunch Lady?
No.
Fucking Lunch Lady.
Are you familiar with all that shit?
I kind of, yeah.
People are thirsting over the fucking Lunch Lady, dog.
I am not gonna question it. You guys do you.
Oh, I've been given permission to show you some of that Tiffany art, Bowie, that is being commissioned.
Okay. I mean, my interest is peaked.
It's about to be a lot more peaked, dog.
Yeah, when it comes to the fucking Lunch Lady, though, My brain starts to melt when I see people like lunch lady, my beloved. It's like, dog, you had one still of her, and she wasn't even like fully on the screen.
There you go,
Like,
my brother.
Go simp for Powell, the fucking therapist. She's cool. I like her.
She plays League of Legends.
Yeah, she plays League though. That's the only problem. Firstly, I do like Miss Powell in the limited time she got. I thought she had some really nice dialogue to her. Secondly, Jake, holy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, we're gonna get 27. Wait,
I think it was
I
in
lost
the
count.
30s.
I lost count. Either way, yeah, there you go. We're gonna get a lot more of that. Rejoice, brother.
Didn't Magnum
You
get
just-
enough money to like buy a completely new computer?
Yeah.
Patron of the arts.
Yeah.
You know, speaking
Are
of
you-
being a patron of the arts, the person who commissioned that is the same person who paid Jake fucking what, $750 to continue one of his fics.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of
Yeah.
money.
Welcome to the big time.
I'm gonna be busy.
I still poke
Yeah.
at him and tell him that like 250 of that is because of me, because his dumb ass like he threw 500 out there, and I said you're putting that shit too low.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, 750 instead. And Smoopy looked at me and said, fuck you.
Yep.
And, oh yeah, it's not just a continuation, it's a sequel too.
He got that bag. He got that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
We-
all gone too.
Wheeling it back to Mimi though, fucking the story that's being told there is like really good as well. I mean, I have very high hopes that they're going to do good with that, because I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Snoot and Wani. I think one of the biggest issues is that it didn't feel like we had enough time with the side characters. That demo felt like the perfect amount of time we were getting with each character. We didn't even get Mimi up until like the midway of the fucking demo. We were getting to know Tiffany. We were getting to know Leon. We were like, Diego and Chiro are a little bit more on the side, but that's fine.
I was about to say, don't forget my boy Diego.
Fucking,
I would
I-
fucking,
I fucking saucy Spaniard.
70 pounds of gator ass to 70 pounds of gator ass is all I'm saying.
did you see the thumbnail I put together for my fucking Mimi video? Oh man, I gotta see if I can find it. Jake, take over for a minute. I gotta go look at my fucking
Yeah, so
folders.
about that Tiffany art, brother.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah? Got you barking?
I'm like this close to barking. You can't see my fingers, but it's like really, really pinched.
Mm-hmm.
Like that close.
I don't know if I have permission, Scrag. These are as of yet unreleased. Well, I've only been given permission to share them with certain people. But they're very good.
All right, in the fucking recording room, I dropped the thumbnail that I put together for it. And for me at this point, whenever somebody asks, I have determined that Luis from fucking Resident Evil 4 is Diego's uncle.
Oh, dude, I loved this thumbnail when it popped up on my feed. I was like, what is the context behind half of this shit? It was like, my friend had just told me the demo released, and I'm like, oh, it did? And as I'm downloading it and getting it all prepped, I'm like, who's played it already? And it's like 2 results, and this was one of them.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my god, that is wonderful.
You see, the way that I do things when it comes to like thumbnails and like memes and shit, I am struck by inspiration and I will have to see it through. And there was something about Leon's sprite wearing some dumbass fucking shoes that just sparked my interest. And then I just went from there and I was like, you know what? Put Luis in there.
Yeah.
Also, throw Royce in the fucking garbage can where he fucking belongs. I want him to get hurt. Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Clearly, I need to write something involving Dorian with Hold On to Me, so I can get an excuse to write Dorian beating the shit out of Royce.
Yeah. Do it. It'd be great. Yeah. Oh man, I really look forward to what they do with this shit. It's gonna be fucking peak.
It made me feel really, really happy, like Snoot and Wani did for my first time, and it's a rare feeling. Like again, I want to take it in a bottle and just capture it and just keep it there somewhere, like on my desk, because if that's how I felt about a demo, I am going to be an emotional wreck when this fully comes out.
That full game is going to crush me. I wasn't even able to do the bad ending in the demo just yet. So I'm kind of scared too.
0.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
It's just like ripping off a Band-Aid. Just do it. It's really quick.
There's only so many times I can rip off the Band-Aid before I get tired of ripping off the Band-Aid. Just leave it on.
You want me to be there, Bubby? You want me to be there?
Yeah, sure, dude.
Okay. I'll hold your hair back while you vomit in the toilet.
Thanks, man. Okay. So, okay. This is a unique problem for me because of how I play these games. I'm like running out of voices to do. I have played Snoot. I have played Wani. Now I have played Devlog and Hold On To Me.
Well, you had me for Devlog.
I did have you for Devlog. I fucking had to raw dog. Hold On To Me, dog. That was
yeah, I should have been there. I should have been there.
It should have been me. I would have made you be Leon.
Why? I don't.
You're Leon coded. Shut up.
All right, man.
But yeah, no, it's like I think I'm gonna have to like start maybe like pulling people in for these because at a certain point, I'm a dude, all right. I only have so many female voices before they all start sounding the goddamn same. I need somebody else to fucking tag that shit in. Scrag over here saying tag me in. All right, fucking
Scrag, you have Scrag. I don't know who you're gonna voice tag. You're fucking. Your voice is deep as the fucking sea, dog.
I don't know. We'll throw him in for someone. But yeah, no. And then there's Devlog.
Mm-hmm.
Devlog was really nice, despite how incredibly short it was.
How do you feel about Elliot?
Shut up.
I'd have a beer with Elliot, I guess.
Oh, I'd do so much more to that boy.
I don't think Reed would appreciate that.
He doesn't care. He doesn't.
You're gonna have to pick and choose, bud.
He doesn't pick and choose. He's greedy as
Que no
fuck.
los dos. You can't make me.
You see what I have to put up with?
What do you fucking mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You do it all the fucking time. You see one guy, you see like one twink, and you're like, ooga, ooga. And I'm like, dude, chill out.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Ooh, fuck yourself.
I see one twink and I go, ooga, ooga, no.
I'm just like staring at you right now.
I know you are, and I'm looking away.
Yeah, fucking Devlog, it definitely has like a different energy, right? To fucking Hold On To Me. And part of that's by virtue of it being college, which I would like to also give big kudos for because I feel like that is a terrific decision. I think that the community should look at making more works of art and shit that are outside of just the high school setting because one, the world at large in Snoot and Wani is largely unexplored, and there's only so much you can do in a class setting with that. And two, like, adults are playing these games too. And it would be cool to see, like, some of, like, the struggles that they go through. Because, you know, there's tons of media out there that covers the young age and like how formative those experiences can be, but I don't feel like media too often is touching upon like what does it mean to be like 30.
Yeah, give me a fucking Snoot game where the protagonist is like some washed up 30-year-old human dude just going through it.
Oh boy, ask me in January and I'll tell you. I'm about to hit the big 3-0 and it's a very scary thing to think about.
Hey man, closer to 30 than you've ever been.
But I thought I was going to be in my 20s forever.
Sorry. Sweetie. Don't worry, we've got some fucking we've got some grandpas in our Discord. We hear their woes all the time. The age is it doesn't seem like it's that big a deal. There's totally not like fucking 18-year-olds in this server that make me think that I'm a goddamn fossil at this point.
I'm turning 27 in December, so what the fuck ever, dog.
But yeah, I do think how devlog approaches the adult, like, college era, I think is going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah, it's funny for me because when I was playing that demo at the end, when he was starting to kind of like reflect on everything and be like,
"Oh, you got a little emotional."
I did get a little emotional because it kind of struck a chord with me, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna really fuck with this. I think, given that they write it right, of course, they can have a very compelling story for that age of life and like that, like finding yourself type deal, you know? Because for me, high school's not really where I quote unquote found myself, I guess. I mean, in my opinion, you're always finding yourself. It's a iterative experience. You never stop growing. So to have that in college where like you've got somebody who maybe doesn't really have as much going for them and like, you know, they've got like they don't, let me try to put it into words. Their situation isn't shit, you know? But it can be better. And seeing that play out is going to be something I'm very interested to see how it goes.
Aside from the dino dating simulator, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll be interesting how they handle that too.
Ignore the fact that I'm like fucking over here coping and seething that Emily's not going to be there on release. Ignore that fact.
What?
Yeah, I think Rebecca's going to be the only love interest at the start when they release it.
This is bullshit.
And then you're gonna get your nerd and the long neck later. At least that's what I remember hearing. Maybe I'm spreading misinformation. If I am, oops,
I'm
sorry,
not playing
Zach.
the game until she's out.
You know about that, right? That there's 3 love interests that they're gonna have.
I did hear that there were multiple love interests. I just didn't know any of them besides Rebecca.
Yeah. One of them's a nerd triceratops, and the other is a mute long neck. And I have already fallen for the mutant long neck.
She's Orpal.
She's Urpal. She has messy hair. She can't speak. She's strong. She's got abs.
Oh, I think I've seen art of her. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
If you've ever seen the image where she's holding up a little sign that says, "I can't say it, but I love you," that's her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that was one of them. Yeah, that's neat. I'm learning things. That's
Scrag
really
just
cool.
said elongated Chris, and he's actually right.
You mean elongated Susie?
No, Chris. I mean, sort of. It's like a weird long neck hybrid of Chris and Susie.
Everybody jokes that it's their child.
It is! Holy shit! That just clicked for me. Oh my fucking god!
You fucking dumbass.
Hey, fuck off, man. Fuck you.
No.
I live. I exist. I'm a human.
I'm coming.
And I'm coming.
Yeah. It's obviously devlog was not as long as Hold On to Me. At least I beat devlog way quicker. But I just like Hold On to Me. I am very much looking forward to that. And we've had the Mimi team on. I'm at some point hoping to get Zach and some of his people on for devlog for the spotlight at some point, because I want to talk to them about their creations as well.
Yeah, there's just so I can't hold all of these Dino Girl games, but I'm sure as shit gonna try.
Yeah, same thing, brother. Same thing.
Well, I don't know if I have enough cum for all of it.
And of course, there's the Freak Parade. But
I'll start taking supplements. It's fine.
yeah, okay, good for you, bud.
Oh yeah, Megalomania.
Yep, Megalomania as well. We've had them on to talk. I'm hoping that they can have something to play in the near future. I heard that they had like some issues development wise, but I'm wishing the best for them. Give me the shark girl as well. I'll take that. Holds my
I'm
hand up.
looking forward to her. Yeah, especially tall, short lady gives my brain the happy chemical.
Mm-hmm. She works
Just
on
another
cars.
mountain to conquer.
You love your mountains, don't you?
Yeah. Spread them thighs apart like cathedral doors,
Alright,
baby.
and of course you had to bust that line out.
You fucking, like, you encouraged me. You know what?
You complain about me and then encourage me and simultaneously pick a lane and stay in it, fucko.
Well, you do realize that's our dynamic, right? I say something,
Yeah, you're dynamic.
you say something,
You're
I
a
call
dynamic
you out.
asshole.
That's kind of rude.
You're rude. Shut up.
Whatever.
Bitch.
Yeah, those are like what? Those are the three big fan
The three
projects.
amigos.
I know that like there's the Bianca project as well that has. I don't know how much has really been all like announced regarding that, other than it's a thing. It will come out at some point. And then there was like, correct me if I'm wrong, Jake. Like fucking MILF game.
Yeah. I don't quite remember what that's called because I don't think there's a whole lot of information about it, but that's another like college thing where
Yeah.
instead of you get to fuck all the teachers.
Yeah, you're
And
going
there's
for
like
the teachers.
6 or 5. There's a lot of routes.
They are all very pretty.
Yeah, big gator girl.
I know. Besides Megalomania, there's also the Bianca project. Saw one called I Can Fix Her that somebody talked to me about.
Oh yes, and Struth, you miring me?
Struth is there as well. Yeah. One recently just got, I think, announced for development, which was like Take Me With You.
I
don't know.
Was that on the Reddit?
That was on the Reddit. Yeah. It's only they're still looking for members, but I looked at that and I thought it looked kind of neat too. There's just so many.
Oh, I Can Fix Her? Wasn't that one that got announced? That's like a thing. You know,
that is one of them. Yeah.
You would think with how much Snoot and Wani permeates my fucking content, I'd be a lot more in the know. But surprisingly, I'm usually sitting here looking around and grasping for straws.
I like to be surprised when these things come out because then I can go, oh, well, okay, I guess I know what I'm doing this Saturday.
Yeah, you point at it and you go, yum, new content.
All right, OBS, wake up. It's time to play.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We got more dinos to date.
How many babies can I make?
Well, that just kind of went places.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Look, dog, I have an illness, and the only cure is dinosaur women.
Your illness is your high libido, you fuck.
I can't help it.
You should have seen him when we were playing Silent Hill, dog.
Silent Hill? Are you serious?
I was not horny about the Silent Hill monsters. Don't put fucking words in my mouth.
You are the father of monsters in the Discord for a fucking reason.
That was a fucking bit we were talking about.
You said you would like walk around fucking the monsters.
Yeah, because we were talking about like what would your Silent Hill be, and I'd be like, somebody said it would be like full of weird, sexy monsters, and I'd be like, yeah, and I'd fuck all of them.
I can just imagine Jake like seeing a monster and just going, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
And then the monster's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
The monster realizes that it's not the monster. You are.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Oh
yeah.
God fucking damn it. Well, man. How are we almost 3 hours into this shit? God damn.
I was wondering the same thing. That doesn't feel real to me. Can we go back like 2 hours, please?
Yeah, let me just rewind the clock real quick.
What are we forgetting about? Sorry.
How long we've been going for?
I didn't even notice, dog.
I know, we're all saying that. I'm glad you're paying attention to the conversation.
Sorry, I zoned out. I do that sometimes. I was thinking about Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
Mood.
Well, hey. You, at this point, you are a kind of a VN channel, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So I'm kind of curious with I mean, you've done like Snoot mods, you've done some other games as well, like Katawa, fuck, Echo Souls, I think it was.
Echo. It's just Echo.
Oh, it's just Echo. Oof. I don't know where I got the souls from.
Yeah,
Everlasting Summer.
Everlasting Summer I did do, yeah.
Yep. I haven't gotten too much into like VNs at large, and at some point I will like to. Out of the ones you've played, which would you say are, other than like the Dino ones, the non-Dino ones, which ones are some ones that you would really recommend?
You put that kind of power in my hands. Honestly, I liked all of them in some way. Everlasting Summer is kind of like Kato Shoujo, but a little more Russian, obviously, and has some issues, not like super bad issues, but that one was fun just from a game standpoint. That one was a good time, and it looks incredible. Probably the prettiest looking one I've played. I mean, I've got my eye on like other ones too, but oh, right. I mean, there's also the furry ones, but those are an acquired taste. I feel like for some people because
Not everybody likes furry stuff.
yeah, I feel like Echo especially was really really good. I went into it thinking, okay, it's gonna be gay, it's gonna be furry, it's gonna be all right, and I got Silent Hill meets furry dating simulator, and I was surprised by the quality. If the best way I can describe it is, if all the Dino Girl visual novels are the top of my list for best visual novels I've played, Echo is like right underneath that.
Damn.
That one was a trip. That one could have left me with emotional trauma, I guess.
Fuck me, I guess I gotta get that one on there.
Yeah, I mean, if you, it gets a little, because furry related stuff. But it was still a fantastic ride. So that one was really good. I know that that team that works on those games, the Echo Project, they update slowly. They release a build and then go build by build rather than everything all at once. And it takes a while for half their stuff to finish. But if anything, I would say Echo was a great ride.
All right, good shit. I'll fucking add that to the list of things I need to get around to.
I feel like you would like that and Everlasting Summer, honestly.
More content for the content farm. Yippee! Yeah, you too,
I
bud.
mean, like, I don't care about furry stuff. Furry stuff is good. I'm a human male on anthro supremacist. So, I crave it.
I know what I am at the end of the day.
A furry?
A man who enjoys a good fucking story.
I feel like Echo would satisfy both of you in that regard then.
I've been looking at it. I've been thinking about it. But if Humo's gonna do it on stream, I might.
I'll just have you on the stream.
Yeah, I'll just thug it out with him.
Easy fucking peasy, dog. Easy fucking peasy. Oh boy. Well, we're coming towards the end of our prepared shit here. One of the things I wanted to ask, and it's in regards to your channel, what's the trajectory looking like going forward?
Ooh, more visual novels, obviously. I feel like right now I'm just playing what comes to mind, what looks interesting for me. Obviously more Dino Girl games are on the horizon too, so I will prioritize those when they come out. But for now, I've got stuff like Slay the Princess that's constantly on my mind, which I'm going to probably try out. I've got the current video that I was working on before Hold On To Me released, which is I'm doing a video on She Likes You a Lotl.
Ooh, that's Caveman On's.
Yeah, and I was like,
right?
I might as well go back to where it started then. Other than that, it's just whatever comes to mind. There's no real trajectory outside of play visual novel, upload video.
Easy peasy. Fair enough, dog. Fair enough. Man.
You gotta see to look at. So there's plenty of visual novels out there.
Just gotta sift through them a little bit.
Yeah, usually I can tell if I'm going to make a video that like really early. I haven't ran into one where I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this yet. So it's looking up.
Polyamorous. No, I'm just kidding. Don't play that game.
Maybe don't do that one. I don't even know what the content looks like. I just know Amorous has like a funk around it. Yep. All right. I think we go ahead and open it up to chat for any of their questions for a little bit here. And we do have one question we ask usually when we start the Q&A section. While they, because they got to get a second here to actually figure out what the fuck they want to ask.
Who's the one you want to see on Spotlight?
You're an asshole. God, I hate you. God, I hate you. Why do I keep you around? Yeah. Who would you like to see on the Spotlight, if anybody?
The first one that comes to mind, I don't know if I'll butcher the name or not, is Faust.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we got Faust a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I match the opinions of a lot of people who have recommended that. If you can, I feel like they'd be very interesting. I don't know. Like that's just the first one primarily. I think some of the other fanfic writers probably would be cool. I don't remember the name. Like whoever wrote. I'm sorry, I'm blanking out. Whoever wrote Bonds are they? What was their name?
Looks at Jake.
What? I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Who was the writer of Bonds?
Oh, Starman Super.
Yep, Starman's on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already got him.
Yeah, those two especially then for me.
Alrighty then. We definitely got them on the fucking list.
Yeah, they on there. Faust is elusive. But
I have heard
on the list.
Alright.
So,
We got any questions coming in just yet?
We got a couple. First one is from Draco G. Will you think about playing the Coffin of Auntie and Lele?
I don't even know what that is, but I'll look into it.
Don't.
Okay, I won't.
Okay, are you familiar with the fucking, like, you know what? If I posted a picture, you'd probably be like, oh, it's them.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm going to play it at some point.
Yeah, okay.
But I kind of am waiting for it to be finished because it isn't just yet. Here, I'm putting in the recording room. You should clock like the art style immediately if you've seen it.
You've definitely seen these fucking characters somewhere, I believe.
They do be on the internet.
Almost certainly.
Where is it at?
The recording room.
Oh,
recording room easy.
Let me check.
Man, I'm gonna fuck up some food after this. I tell you what.
Hungry man?
I had a
Why would you literally fuck up food though?
I'm not Jake.
I don't fuck food. I eat food.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
There we go. Recognition.
I've heard horror stories.
You see, when I play, my whole shtick is gonna be I'm not gonna fuck my sister.
Yeah, that is a. I'm just gonna put that in the maybe category after realizing what that was.
Yeah. The next question is from Cara Solarian. I heard you say slay the princess. Any plans on taking a look at Scarlet Hollow?
I have gotten that recommended to me a few times, so that's definitely on my list. I'm still looking into that myself.
Yeah, I want to say Scarlet Hollow is still being developed, if I be remembering correctly.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, Karos has mentioned it before to me, I believe. Since he's usually the one pushing for Slay the Spire.
Do you mean princess?
Slay the Spire. Yeah, that was a good one. Nice. Fucking idiot. Yeah, Slay the Princess.
Different game.
All right, well, there you go. The senator asks, Mr. Bowie, did this spotlight make you feel things?
It made me feel everything, man. It made me feel every little thing.
Yippee!
There you go. We did it. We did it, chat. We made him feel things.
Well, that E1 conversation definitely did.
Oh, absolutely.
Give me fucking PTSD all over again. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
You could put a little ribbon somewhere, like in your room or whatever. Yay, we made Bowie, have a panic attack almost.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll mail you your I went on the creator spotlight and all I got was a stupid t-shirt with a picture of a snow with a revolver on it.
You're so nice, Jake. You're so
I know.
nice.
I'm such a honestly a beacon of positivity and
Fuck yourself.
wow. You say that to me after
Read, question boy, read.
Hey,
Hi.
fuck you.
Okay.
Scoggity asks, you mentioned you recorded Halo stuff earlier. What's your favorite Halo game and why?
I think I say this in Wani as a joke, but my favorite Halo is ODST.
Oh
And then
yeah, that's right.
Followed closely by 3. ODST I like a lot, despite it not being chief focused, because I just liked the setting and how it told its whole story. Music was fantastic in the sense that it was Halo and yet it wasn't. And I think that was what made it stood out a lot because of it. That being said, I didn't like the stamina regeneration thing, which was just their excuse for shields.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, yeah, ODST is my favorite, followed by 3.
Both very good picks.
Very good, yeah. All right. Six the Demon asks, what's that Echo game you were talking about, Bowie? It sounds cool.
Echo is a furry visual novel, essentially furry Silent Hill. It's a bit of a trip. I won't say much more than that.
Yeah,
There you
like Jake
go.
said, go watch the video. Smile.
If you
Smile.
want to find it, look up Echo Project, and that should lead you right there.
All right. Sturbgate _ asks, would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or games unlimited game and no games?
I feel like I just had a stroke. One more time.
Okay.
Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games, or games unlimited game and no games?
See, here's the thing. Jake's taking it like very at surface level. There's a specific way you're supposed to word this question, right? And the
I'm
question,
just reading it.
The question goes is this: would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games,
Yeah, I got that.
unlimited games, and I mean unlimited games but no games?
It's a simple question.
Yeah. I guess unlimited games but no games.
All right.
Ooh,
Toughie. Yeah, that's a toughie.
Controversial take.
Yeah.
That might
That's probably
stir
gonna
up
be-
a couple
That's
opinions.
probably going to be my one negative thing that I say this
Nah,
stream.
nah,
probably.
nah. It's fine. It's fine. You know,
Brother
you have
chose
your
the unlimited games, no games. Every point and laugh.
no. You have your niche. Don't listen to this Philistine.
Bacon is good, but that'll make me fat.
Too much bacon is bad. Anyway, Jandis says, first off, I want to genuinely thank you for introducing me to the Wani / Snoot games. Best decision I've ever made. Second off,
Do you see the pepper?
God fucking damn it. He would ask that, wouldn't he?
It's like the apple again, isn't it?
well, you see, Jandis is a former Spotlight guest, and when we asked him the apple question, I asked him, "Can you turn the apple?" And he said, "Yeah," but it turned into a pepper halfway through, which spawned that little quinky dink, and it also made me shit myself laughing. And I believe there's a clip of that somewhere.
No, I can't see the pepper. Sorry.
Bummer.
I tried.
Brother
Sorry.
anamorphed the goddamn apple into a pepper. It's fucking ridiculous.
Kevin asks, curious on the story of your profile picture. He's got a second question followed up. If you join the Snoot Cord, will you play the Snoot Jam mods?
Okay, to answer the first one, the profile picture is some artist's depiction of Freya Crescent from Final Fantasy IX. It's
ass hanging out.
It's a little lewd. I like the image a lot. I think she looks really pretty in it. And she's one of my favorite characters from any Final Fantasy. And the second question, I still have to get through the other mods as well. I do want to do the Snoot Jam mods too sometime in the future. That's definitely on my list of things.
There's one really bad one. Don't play it.
But that's where all the content is.
It's really bad.
No, I mean, like, no, when he says it's really bad, you're going to feel, like, really uncomfortable. When I was playing through, so, what is it? I played through I played through 2. I'm working on the 3rd mod jam right now. The other 2, it's like, you might have one that's like, this just isn't as good.
It's kind of mid, but it's acceptable.
Yeah, it's fine. The Halloween one, the second mod I played was one that you don't want to play.
The G word. It's got the G word in it.
Which one's the G word?
Grooming.
Oh yeah, no, it's yucky. It's yucky. Middle of the stream, I got to like a certain part, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna skip this one, guys. I think I'm just gonna swerve around, and we're gonna act like that didn't happen.
Yeah, it was not good.
But why make that though?
Because,
all right, I'll keep that in mind though.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, IGN just wants to let you know, IGN 1997, there's a Trish Route mod called Purple Game. Have you ever heard of it?
I have heard of it, yes.
Okay, there you go. Potential future content.
Potential, yeah. Alongside the Rosa one.
Yeah, Guard the Rosa. Beppis asks, have you all heard of or read Wanna Be the Gator by Akobra Kadabra? I had to fucking think about that one. Piece it together in my head. It's my favorite fic so far. And yes, all of us have heard of it. I've read it. I don't know about Bowie.
I've heard of it, but I haven't read it.
There you go.
It's on that list of many fics that I still have to take the time to read.
I like how you assumed I'd heard of it without even asking. You just said we all have.
We've talked about it before, jackass.
No, but I'm just like saying I'm glad that you decided to just do that for me without me having input. That's fine.
Hey, can you shut your fucking mouth for once in your life?
The last time you told me to do that and then I muted on stream, you told me to unmute, I believe.
Yeah, well, I can handle the rest of this by myself, big dog, so... Bye. Anyway, Weary Some Sun 30 asks, have you seen Transformers 1? If you haven't, you should.
Transformers 1 was peak. Very good movie. I went into it kind of like with middling expectations because the trailers kind of sucked for it. Oh my god, it was so much better than I thought it was going to be. You should watch it. It's fantastic.
I'm not really a big movie guy, but I'm sure eventually I'll probably have a point in my life where I'm like, hey, I should watch all these movies I've never watched, and then just sit down and, I don't know, spend the whole day just watching a shitload of movies. Let's see. The Senator asks, question, Samantha or Sophia?
That's tough. This is one of those questions like I never would have prepared myself for. I
mean, they're both very, very lovely mothers.
Yeah, that's tough. I guess Samantha.
Yeah, okay.
Just from like the motherly vibes, if nothing else.
Motherly wing hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Let's see. Swiftwinds asks, ever thought about doing the joke VNs like the Colonel Sanders VN, Who's Your Daddy, Pigeon Dating, etc.?
I haven't thought about those until right now. I've heard of pigeon dating, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, I'll look into them. That's all I can really say. If I'm running out of content, or if I feel like, I don't feel like doing anything traumatizing or super serious, then yeah, I'll go for it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's plenty of fucking weird ass visual novels out there. I remember when I used to watch Vinesauce more, Vinny played a couple of very, very fucking strange ones. One involves like a llama, if I remember correctly. Either way,
You know, I
Counter
want to
20.
sneak a question in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I give you permission to speak?
I don't care, didn't ask, plus L plus
Okay.
ratio, plus you're the
No.
guest.
Brutal.
I'm the guest.
Yeah, you're my co-host. You're basically the guest.
That's crazy.
Anyways, so yeah, I have a question regarding games you played. They aren't visual novels, but I'm curious if you've played Deltarune or Funger. Or Fear and Hunger. Sorry, I just abbreviated it.
I was about to say I don't think I've ever heard of Funger. So Fear and Hunger is a game that I look at and I go, "What the fuck is this game even about?" So no, I have not played that. That being said, I thoroughly enjoyed Deltarune. I want it to come out already.
Okay, I'm glad we both suffer in that sense.
Yeah, I think we're all looking at Deltarune and quivering in our chairs.
I have started to get people to play Deltarune in my Discord, and one of them, Ace, has been actively fiending over Cruzy, and it brings me an untold amount of joy, you see. Also, I have played both Fear and Hunger 1 and 2. They are good games, in the sense of the atmosphere is on point. In terms of gameplay, they will just fucking annihilate you. So if you ever decide to play it, maybe, I'm not gonna lie, have a little bit of a guide ready for when things get a little too rough, to save yourself some trouble.
So describe it to me in this sense. Did you ever play Lisa the Painful?
Yeah, I have.
That's
me.
Okay, so is it better or worse than Lisa?
Like combat gameplay wise?
Yeah.
Oh, it's worse. If absolutely fuck you over and unapologetically like, oh, back to the beginning with you, fuckhead.
Okay, I guess then I'll have to look into it more.
But I didn't know you fuck with Lisa. You a Lisa head?
Not a Lisa head, but I enjoyed it.
Have you only ever played Lisa the Painful?
Yeah, I didn't get to play the other one.
Too.
I didn't play Joyful yet.
Don't play Joyful, it's bad.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'll take your word for it, bro.
Go play. There's a bunch of fan games for Lisa that you should go play, like Lisa the Pointless. It's very good.
I will add that to the list.
Yeah.
My ever-growing backlog.
Don't you love that list? Oh my god, the amount of times I have to add something to the list and start crying at how big that backlog is getting. Ugh. Man. Guess it's better than having nothing to play.
The content creator's curse. Counter 20. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
All right, yeah, curse that I'm slowly becoming more and more aware of as I keep making videos.
It's gonna be great when you're trying to get to new games and like you'll have like somebody who like really wants you to play one game and you're like, buddy, I know, trust me, I want to get there too, but we gotta ride this out, okay?
Man, that was Janice for a while with some.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
God, Soma.
Okay, Counter 22 asks, did you truly not know the power of the HMOFA community, also known as human male on female anthro, when you made it? But seriously, do you have any fix that you want to be made of the games you've played?
I feel like when it comes to fix, it's better to just let it happen, I guess. But no, I did not know the true power of, a bunch of guys making a game in their basement or whatever. Or art and all that. No, that's what threw me for a loop so much.
Yeah, this is AS Ran asks, what about Amori?
Amori. I have already played Amori, unfortunately, so that means I can't make a video on it without it feeling fake.
Without it being, you can make a retrospective or something.
I could, yeah, maybe in the future. I liked Amori.
I haven't played Amori. I'm gonna play it at some point. Yippee!
It'll take you a million years.
Yep.
With your fucking stream schedule, anyway.
And that's why I need to get into making videos at some point, so I can kind of bridge that gap.
Kevin's third question is a segue from the question before last. How does it feel being a niche internet micro celebrity?
Fucking weird, man. It's like I wake up sometimes and I check like the view counts on some of the videos and go, holy shit. It doesn't feel real. Like I'm gonna wake up at any moment and it's just gonna be me still uploading videos about me playing games with friends. Like I'm happy though. It's weird sometimes, but I'm happy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you actually have a digital footprint and people are like, "Hey, you're that guy," and you kind of
I
look
don't
around and you're like, "What? Huh?"
I couldn't fathom it honestly.
It reminds me of one of my favorite comments I ever got on the Wani video was like, "Hey, because of you, I discovered these games. Because of you, I got to play these games. Because of you, I got ending one first." And I went, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
looks like
Wrong.
looks like I fucked up there somehow.
Well, you can always fix it if it was your first one.
Yeah.
All right. Caro Saleri asks, "Have you taken a look at the fixed toy game and I want to kiss that snoot?"
No, those are also on my list of ones to read. The only 3 that I've actually sat down to finish were Bad Apple, Bonds, and I'm still going through Punch Drunk right now. So
So is Jake.
got him."
Fuck you, Kaiba. All right. Let's see. Any more questions? Hold on. I gotta make sure. Some people tag their questions with like question in brackets, and some people don't. Swoopy asks, "What's your guilty pleasure?"
My guilty pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting a little personal. My guilty pleasure. I don't know how to answer this one, honestly. My guilty pleasure. Okay, I got one. It's a little cringe, but whatever. I've got these little stuffed animals that my sister made for me when I moved out, and every winter I tuck them in.
I guess that's
That's really cute.
I mean, I don't know why. I guess it helps me sleep at night. I don't know. Maybe it just reminds me of family. I don't know.
If they're sleeping
It's-
good, you're sleeping good.
If they're sleeping good, yeah, then I'm sleeping good.
Jake?
What? Sorry.
Did you just zone out again?
He was busy thinking of the stuffed animals.
Yeah, I was thinking about how cute that was. Let's see. Scanning. I'm scanning. He's the drink. Yeah, I am the drink.
While you scan, I got one from Vise on the Twitch side.
Yeah, thank God. Help me.
Is there anything from your past videos that you've changed your mind about and wished you could have changed? Opinions on characters, stories, etc.?
Opinions on characters, stuff like that. Nothing entirely. I feel like I'm still got mostly the same mindset. Outside of the beanbag chair moment, that's the only thing I think I would change.
Mm-hmm.
As for characters though, no, I think I've kept the same opinion on all those characters. Maybe ask me in a year.
Fair
I'm
enough.
sure I'll find some reason to hate somebody.
Yeah, just look back and be like, fuck that guy! Why did I say I liked him?
Yeah, why did I say I liked this guy? It's gonna be me with like with Damien for some stupid reason.
That
I'm
would
like,
be that would be wild if like
You're
the fucking
wild.
bonus chapters for Wani came out and they made us hate Damien. Holy shit, that'd be,
That would be
how would they
fucking
do that?
insane.
and just like that, I'll lose my popularity.
The allegations against Damien. They never. It was never the same after that.
Damien becomes an alcoholic father.
Ooh. Carlos Soleri says, "Favorite game genre and your favorite game doesn't need to match genre."
Ooh, it's tough. Favorite game genre would probably be. I like action adventure and some horror games a lot. Taking my favorite game is tough. If I had to boil it down to 2 games in particular, I would probably pick the Silent Hill 2. Not the remake. I haven't played that yet.
Mhm.
The original Silent Hill 2.
It's a good one, by the way.
Because I don't think any vibe has really matched that one. And probably Final Fantasy 4.
There you go. Fuck yeah. Ace says, "Question in disguise. Hey, so about Bianca," and that's all he. That's all he put. So Fuck yourself. It's not a question.
Well, I will answer this anyway. Okay, listen up, Ace. Yes, Bianca's a cutie.
There you go.
He's the Bonka poster I mentioned before.
Yeah, I figured.
Six the Demon asks, Bowie, is there a game you regret besides playing GVH? Or, well, that's not what the sentence said, and I had a stroke, but you get the gist.
Let's one that I regret playing. Just
Yeah.
in general. Oh boy. I'm sure if I look through my Steam, I'll find something. I
I'm assuming nothing as egregious as GVH is coming out.
Nothing is super egregious. That one's close, but at the end of the day with GVH, it was like, again, not the worst thing I've ever played, but damn it if I wish it was better. The most egregious one that I wish I could take back and like never associated with. Ooh. One of the Call of Duties, I forget which one it is, back when I used to play them a lot. I want to say Black Ops 3, if nothing else, I guess. I didn't like that one.
Okay.
There you go. I haven't touched a Call of Duty game in a very, 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 very long time.
Same.
Sleepy Soul asks, I got here late, but who's your favorite Snoot characters? And there's a follow-up. Who would you drop kick?
Favorite Snoot character, from both games or just Snoot game?
We could lump both games in.
Both?
Well,
okay.
Snoot character, I think, encompasses both Wani and Snoot.
Okay. As a whole, probably Reed. As like barely nudges out over everybody. Just barely. I just think he's a goober. One I could drop kick.
Just say Trish.
Yeah, Trish. I was torn between her and Ben, but in the end,
man, Mia
it
gets
comes down to
scot-free,
her.
huh?
Well, not scot-free. He gets a drop kick afterward. I'm choosing to get her first.
I want to pat Ben on the head and tell him it's going to be all okay.
Yeah, we know.
What do you mean? Are you a being of hate?
Just go write the fucking Dorian Ben smutfic.
Anyway, Scraggedy asks who your favorite authors are. I don't know if that's fic or just in general. You could choose your flavor.
I will do, I guess, a little bit of each. Well, when it comes to Snoot fanfics, I obviously like Jake Parade. I think he's pretty great. He took something that I enjoyed and made it really interesting.
I don't know, that guy kind of sucks.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
I guess I will be the only one who appreciates him.
Dissenting opinions are okay.
Yeah. I think he's pretty great. I liked the way that Umbra handled Bad Apple, so I guess he's on there too. It got me through a whole mood. So, and then I guess in terms of real life authors, one of my favorites growing up was I don't know if I can pronounce it right because I always screw up, Scottish dialect. Brian Jakes or Brian Jocks, the guy who did the Redwall books.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I'm dumb as fuck, dog.
Yeah, we know that.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the only one that comes to mind for me when it comes to real life authors.
Fair enough. Snoot Bicycle asks, Dino MILF or Dino Girl?
Dino Girl, as much as I think MILFs are cool.
Just wait till MILF game.
Oh yeah, just wait till MILF game. You're gonna be cooked.
I'm gonna be so cooked.
Cara Soleri asks, oh, what franchise burned you hard? I've seen some horror stories with some of the guests that got burned by Mass Effect Andromeda.
Burned hard.
Like, did you pre-order a game and get fucked over?
Oh yeah. Two come to mind right off the bat. Destiny, when it originally came out.
Oof.
And probably Dragon Age. I haven't been a fan of Dragon Age ever since Inquisition dropped, and I've got no interest in playing Veilguard.
I just said fucking Dragon Age, man.
All right. AS Rayan asked a question that I think you already sort of answered at some point, but there's another one in there, so I'll ask it anyway. Will you play She's a Bit Sluggish or She Loves You a Lottle? And I think you did say you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm doing She Likes You a Lottle, and then I'm going to do the other mini VNs that Kapanon came out with in preparation for their new one.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's whatever. What is it called again?
It's like Exit
Exit
665.
665.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I got one
Couch.
from my
okay.
side on the Twitch.
Twitch.
The God Emperor of Mankind. Strong username. Do you know about the Trust Your Colors demo, the Stellar route?
I know of it. I don't know much else about it, though.
All
I
right.
do want to try it, though.
Looks like we're on the same page then.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it neither, other than hey, Stellar. Yep. All right. Had to get that in there.
Stella.
Hawk Toy!
Carla22 asks, if an option appeared in the Dino games to suplex the love interest at important decision moments, would you do it?
100%. You gotta
Yeah.
get the 100%.
Yeah, for 100%.
Imagine Olivia's getting bullied, and instead of walking up to help her, Mia just watches you walk up and suplex her out of her chair.
Is that how you unlock the Mio route?
Yeah.
Wow, Skinny, good job.
Hi, how are you? Asks, hey, have you ever eaten a Big Mac?
No, actually, I've never eaten a Big Mac in my life.
Same
Wow.
dog.
Really?
It looks just really unappetizing. I don't know what it is.
It's a big messy burger.
Yeah. I'll give it this much, though. It's iconic, and that's about it.
Mm.
But I've never eaten one.
Can't remember the last time I had a Big Mac, so.
I look at that thing and I feel like I'm about to have a heart attack.
I'm more of a Jack-in-the-Box kind of fella.
See, when it comes to burgers, I just like a nice bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, from Wendy's.
Yep, give me the Baconator. Son of a Baconator, actually. Baconator's a little too much meat.
Yeah. Small man.
I have a small stomach.
Yeah, dog, you take 5 years to eat. Anyway.
I feel like that was an unnecessary jab.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't be stupid.
The Senator asks, Mr. Bowie, is Dragon Age Origins peak?
Yeah. Probably amongst all the Dragon Age games, yeah. I would say so. It's dated, but it's still way fucking better than anything else they've put out.
I've never played a single Dragon Age game in my life.
If you ever do, just play Origins.
Inko noted.
You
Kevin.
said the thing.
Yeah!
Kevin asks, question, which soundtrack sticks with you more? Snoot Wani A or Wani B?
What soundtrack sticks?
So, Snoot, Wani A or Wani B?
I guess Wani A, if I had to think about it.
I mean, that's the one with Green Spectre in it, right?
Yeah, Green Spectre's a bop. I like Muddy Wheelchair, and my favorite one is still I Know You'll Be Fine. That shit comes up on my playlist, and I almost want to stop and cry.
Me when you hear hallway drones.
Oh no.
Catch me in the club, busting it down to Stego Starry Nights.
Nah, man, catch me in the club, just absolutely shredding to Purple Stank.
Purple Stank sounds like something that should be in fucking Cruelty Squad, dog. Yeah, it's a pretty good
All right.
recreation.
Thank you. Counter 22. Oh, wait, I skipped one. Sorry. Draco G asks, have you played Still Wakes the Deep, Bowie? It's a good horror game.
I have not. I actually don't even know what that is. But now that you've brought it to my attention, it's going on the list.
Onto the list.
Truly a fucking curse, isn't it?
All right, now I can get the Counter 22's question. Oh. Did you know the Monster Hunter Wilds beta is up right now? What are you goobers doing dating dinos when you can be hunting dinos?
Suck my dick.
It's up right now? You don't say. I've only seen like 1 billion videos of it. Yeah, I'm gonna probably play that when it comes out, but I'll definitely try the beta and see if my computer can even slug through it. I gotta, I gotta do my hunting horn runs, man.
Oh, you're a hunting horn user? Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
filthy
no,
fucking greatsword user, sorry.
great sword is base though.
Fair enough. I've never played a Monster Hunter game. Draco G. Yes. No. The senator asks, want to join one of the community TTT nights where Humo gets betrayed so hard he has to play Minesweeper to calm down?
Just put me on blast, huh?
That round where I got Trader and then immediately strolled up at the very beginning and just blasted your head off with a shotgun. Did you go play Minesweeper after that?
What, on the fucking green bank?
Yeah.
No, I was just screaming at everybody for being fucking stupid and letting you banana bomb them.
Yeah, I kind of just shot you and walked away and got away with it.
Yeah, and they thought like somebody else did it. I think they thought Magnum did it or something, and I'm like, you guys are all dumb.
And then I killed literally everybody with a banana bomb, including all of my Trader friends. Very funny.
We have fun there. Smiles.
Karos
forcedly.
asks, no, he's asking me, and he's asking me to state to you that you are being watched by 50 people.
Wow, really?
Yeah, there's 51 watching.
Really?
Now 53. It just went up.
Yeah, what do you know? Me, who has videos that have like 100,000 views. Some of them have like 20K. Looking at the 50. Wow, this doing numbers right here.
I'd be sitting here like, if it's above 10, I'm a happy guy.
That's way more than I thought I was going to get, honestly.
Hey, you're cool. You're a popular man. What can we say?
I've been down in the coal mines with 2 average viewers.
Well, look, you may call me cool, but I'm not as cool as you guys.
No,
I'm a fucking bozo, dog.
no, you're cooler than me. I just write.
Shut the fuck up. You're the
Whatever.
punch-drunk gator guy.
That means nothing. What am I gonna walk down the street to my local fucking crack den and say, "Hey, give me free crack. I'm the punch-drunk
Look,
gator
all
guy."
I'm saying is you got that accolade. I don't got a title yet.
You're Mr. Streamer.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but that's just like very
You're
general.
Mr. Screamer.
Okay, I don't like that.
You're
one.
Mr. Screamer.
I do scream from time to time.
You're Mr. Trish or whatever the fuck they call you.
I don't even know how I got that one.
I don't know. You're purple.
Purple.
Anyway, Kevin asks, last one for me: Dead Rising or Left 4 Dead?
Left 4 Dead. I don't mind Dead Rising, but Left 4 Dead was, I think it changed an entire genre of like zombie game.
You're
True as fuck.
definitely right about that. Yeah. Jack Pass 2012 asks, question: Vanilla Fallout New Vegas or modded?
Modded, personally, this is going to sound weird. Modded, but not so much so that it strays too far from vanilla, I guess.
Or you just like lightly modded, like
So
vanilla
Vanilla
plus
Plus,
shit,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I get it. I get it, dog.
Like, I want to look at New Vegas and like not, like keep some of that charm, keep some of the way it looks, but definitely mod out some of the stupider stuff.
Oh yeah. Somebody apparently is typing a question in the graveyard because it's too long. Which, dog, maybe reformat your question a little bit.
Big old
Until then,
graveyard
I guess.
question.
Until then, I guess we don't really have any other question. Garn 40. Oh yeah, do you know who Carr is?
I know who Carr is. Yeah, I was waiting for this one.
Please
You
tell me
like
you
Carr?
Carr.
I love Carr. I don't understand Carr, but I love Carr.
Good.
You see him? He's in the lap now.
Yeah, Carr used to sit on the shelf. Now he's in my lap.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, huh, something's missing from this shelf.
He's my little buddy.
Yeah, he's adorable.
He has 47 friends, and I'm one of them.
We're all one. We're all one.
We're all one of those 47 friends.
Schrodinger's friends. Oh yeah. Fucking Cars hasn't asked this question yet for some bizarre reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask it for him anyway before he like does a bit where he like, wait, I have a final question right at the end of the stream. Have you ever seen My Little Pony? And if you have, what's your favorite fucking pony?
That would hurt you to ask.
Yeah, because I wanted to get it out of the way.
Back in high school, I watched like 1 or 2 episodes when it was a craze, but I don't have a favorite.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Thank God. Ace ass, pull the trigger. Pick a favorite fan character.
Pick a favorite. Well, when you're the one asking that, now I feel like I have a target on my back.
Why? I don't care.
Well, not you, Ace.
Oh.
Uh, pick a favorite fan character. This sucks. I hate picking. It's like picking between a favorite kid. I'm just gonna play it safe and pick Mimi.
I was gonna say just pick Tiffany.
Ace is on suicide watch.
Tiffany's right there too, though. But it sucks to pick between the two.
Nah, I'm picking Tiffany every time, dog.
Yeah, nobody's surprised by that.
What do you mean?
You literally have art of Tiffany biting you in the neck. I don't know any other dino that's doing that. Schizo?
Yeah.
But Schizo,
Yes.
well, yeah, Schizo's. I forget that sometimes that Schizo and Judy are like mod characters and not like in the game.
They may as well be fucking canon at this point.
Right.
I will
Yeah.
say this though, Ace. Bianca's top 5.
There you go.
That's like
Yeah,
a
that's-
dub, I think.
That's some reprieve. Okay. Flea named Lichter asks, how good are you at drawing? Like sketching, digital, etc.?
I'm not very good. I used to try before I started doing more YouTube stuff, but it never really got beyond rough sketches, and they're not something to write home about.
I ain't much of a drawer myself, dog.
All right, that's a shit question. Twisted Chaos, thank you for putting that, and I have to read it now. I'm pretty sure you put that there specifically to fucking spite me. So, this isn't a question, but Sierra wants to say... Oh, wait, I skipped a question. The Senator asked, the E1s made you Ryan Gosling or Martin Walker from Spec Ops The Line?
They made me Ryan Gosling more than that.
There you go. Okay, now Sierra's question. I don't have any... Or not a question, but he just wants to say, thank you, Bowie, for helping me get into this community and making friends.
Aw,
Thank you.
no problem, bud.
You got reach, dog. Influence, even.
I still feel like that's not right. You know, it's weird.
No, look, they said it right there.
I know, and then I see something like that, and it's all worth it.
Oh, yeah. We have fun.
We have
Okay.
a little fun up in here.
So, Twisted Chaos 4428's question. We all know that if a woodcut already fucked it up.
Do you
See?
want me to give it a go?
No, fuck off. We all know that if a woodchuck could chuck wood, that woodchuck would chuck all the wood he could chuck. But if a woodchuck could chuck woodchucks, how many woodchucks would that woodchuck chuck?
I honestly don't fucking know.
Just say woodchucks.
Say 3.
3. Chuck off.
Damn! What a response.
Yeah, anyway, that's all the questions. No, Ace asked another Bianca question.
It's
I'm
not
just
a
gonna ignore it.
question. I guess technically it's a question. Ace wants to slide over the Bianca stash.
I'm just going to ignore it.
I think that's about it, isn't it? Oh, well, Senator's got another one there.
A lot of questions.
Yeah. This is the fun part where we're like right at the end of questions and we think there's no more questions, and then one more question comes in and we have to answer the question, and then it's like a fucking cycle.
Bicycle.
What?
Bicycle.
Bicycle?
Bicycle.
Bicycle.
I like to ride my bicycle. And my VOD muted.
At least it
What?
isn't Baby Mozart. Yeah, Senator asked, did you read Berserk?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that make you feel things too?
That made me feel things before this channel was even a thought. And at times, it was a mistake to read it, but god damn it that I have a fun time with that one.
Griffin!
I feel like nobody did it better than Miura. And
Oh, rest in peace.
yeah, I will forever be sad that we will never see the end that he anticipated it to be if he were still around today. I can only hope it ends on a solid note.
Forces.
See, I've never really digested Berserk content. All I know is that I
Should.
must not trust the white-haired twink.
It's a tough read at times. I will tell you that.
Yeah, it can be real rough.
Also, you better like Casca or else.
Yeah, or else.
Do I die otherwise?
This is a no. You won't die, but you will be very heavily judged.
Okay.
All right. This isn't a question, but it's another thing that the chat wants you to know from Laguchi, also known as Piganon.
Hey,
Not a question, but I wanted to extend my greetings to you, Bowie. I loved the Mimi video.
no problem, man. Thank you for that entire being part of that entire demo. That was fantastic.
Khaled22 asks, would you be willing to noin, I'm going to assume that's supposed to be join, and help Mr. Streamer voice some characters for future Dino games? He's running out of voices, lol.
Oh boy.
I mean, I've got like 2 voices, which are just my normal voice and deep voice. So,
Dog,
I mean-
I'll take it.
I'll think about it. It might be fun to do, sure.
Can't wait for that to happen, and everybody in chat's like, "It's the feelings man. He's here."
The feelings guy.
Laguchi asked another question. Sadly, I missed most of the stream, so I didn't get to think of any questions. Is there a way to reach out to you on Discord? I'd love to have a conversation with you.
I do have a Discord. Yeah, I'm in the channel right now, I think.
Yeah, he's in our server, Laguchi, so you could literally just reach out to him.
Yeah, just at me or add me or whatever.
Yeah, just DM Sling. It'll
Mhm.
work.
Yeah, just sling a DM out. Kevin asked on the side, did you see that woman making her dad read Berserk?
I did, yes. I felt bad for that guy.
I don't know what that is. Is it like on social media or something?
There's this woman that did make her, like, I don't remember if he was like 50-year-old or 60 or whatever dad, and she made him read Berserk, and he got kind of into it. He's a guy that you would anticipate being, older, not being into anime, and he got to the eclipse, and everybody saw that image, I think, where he just has this 1,000-yard stare, like, oh my god.
Oof.
Yeah, he was yeah, I know of this. I know of that, Dad.
Wait, I just realized. Should I pull up the hanging tree art?
Do you want to?
I think I got it. Hold up. It's around here somewhere. At least I thought it was around. Oh, yeah, here it is. Found it. Yippee. Throwing it on screen.
You just have that shit ready to go, huh?
Well, it's saved in the Kev interview pictures.
Yeah. There you go. There's Berserk hanging tree art of Snoot characters.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Did you want to see that today?
Dehydrated amber.
It's like I felt like like my DMs from Jake so far are like the duality of man. Like one second or hour he's posting Tiffany art, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing this.
Yeah, but you have that Tiffany art forever.
Yeah, I have that forever, thankfully.
Hee hee ha ha. Well, Jolat Gaming asks, will you play Snoot Game Encore once it's fully finished?
Abso-fucking-lutely. That is...
It ought to be a good time.
I am excited for that. I'm ready to get hurt all over again.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very weird being in a game, though, that's also voiced.
Yeah, but I think I have high hopes in their voice acting team.
Same. I do, too. I got a lot of... I mean, I'm just one guy. I got a lot of faith in their project, and I hope it turns out as well as the updates are making it out to be.
Some unicorn dude asks, what are some of your favorite bands?
Some of my favorite bands? Oh, my 3 favorite bands, just off the top of my head, are Alice in Chains, Smashing Pumpkins, and The Story So Far.
There you go. Those sound like bass picks, but I don't listen to music.
Alright, you know what? Fine, I'll put myself on the fucking fire. Fucking Artiv wants to know on the Twitch side, do you approve of Humo's food crimes, Bowie? That's all you're getting. Just say yes
Does
or
he-
no.
I feel like
Were you there for the cereal and Pop Tart thing?
I think I've heard of the cereal thing. Not the Pop-Tart thing.
Do you want a picture?
Might as well. We're at that point of the night.
I got you, big man.
Hey, Jake, you preempted Cars.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Cars, I already asked your question for you. Go fuck yourself. There you go. That's what he does to his Pop Tarts.
I cut my Pop-Tarts, put me on the cross.
Okay, hold on. That's adorable.
That's the first time we've
Adorable.
had that kind of reaction.
I'll take
Okay.
it, sure.
Yeah, like there's definitely been stranger things done to Pop-Tarts, I guess. So, yeah.
Now that you say that, yeah, it's kind of like a mom cutting up her little boy's
Oh,
Pop Tarts.
yeah.
Because it's my
Yeah,
mom
yeah.
who got me to cut my Pop-Tarts. What are you
That's
talking about?
true. I forgot about that part of the story. He carried that over from his childhood.
Yeah, my mom used to cut up the Pop-Tarts for me. So then I'm just like, you know what? This is how I enjoy eating Pop-Tarts. I'll cut them up.
Yeah, all right.
It's so sweet.
It's really stupid. but
Again,
so
I'll
sweet.
take this response over, Humo, you're a fucking freak. What's your problem, dude? Why do you cut your Pop-Tart? Like, oh my
That just made me
God.
think of the scene from Smiling Friends where the Forest Demon is like, "Whoa,
Yo,
is
was
that
that fucking
blackface?"
No,
dude?
it was just my face.
Yeah, that, but with the Pop Tart. Whoa, why do you cut your Pop Tarts like that, dude?
That's just how I eat my Pop-Tart, dude. Calm down.
And then everybody just starts beating the shit out of you.
Yeah.
All right. Karis, his answer was two episodes, and I don't have one. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I blanked out. What was it again?
Karis asked the fucking My Little Pony question like I thought he would.
Karos? You mean Cars?
I said Cars.
No, you said Karos.
I said Cars, shut the fuck up.
Mods, play back the tape.
I might have fucking stuttered and slurred because I'm a fucking idiot. Whatever. I meant to say Cars.
Okay. Well,
and
that's
my brain
okay.
thought I said Cars.
Hey, that's okay that you meant to say it.
Shut up. Lagucci asks, all right, one thing I still thought to ask without brainstorming. Do you have any specific interest in fighting games? I'm definitely not asking because of nefarious purposes. You will get slaughtered in
Mm.
Guilty Gear.
Of course. Well, joke's on you. I don't play Guilty Gear. I'm afraid I'm not a fan of trash.
Oh, fuck!
No!
I'm just kidding, by the way. I think Guilty Gear looks fantastic. It's just not for me.
Damn!
I guess the only one I really liked, I like Street Fighter. I like Tekken. And I guess DBZ counts as one these days. So
As soon as
yeah.
as soon as I notice Bowie has added Sparking Zero to his library on Steam, I'm coming
Oh
for you.
boy. Oh boy. Please no, I don't need to get Cyberman, please.
Anyway, I think we're out of questions.
You ain't got no more questions in it.
I don't see any.
All right.
Well, Keller22 asked, are you actually a Dino, Mr. Streamer, for your fucking whack-ass cereal takes?
I blink and I move on. Yeah, no, that was fuck. That is the longest spotlight we've had to date. 3
Yeah,
hours,
almost
50
4
minutes.
hours.
Holy
Jesus Christ.
shit!
Hey, you know what? I'm still eager. Maybe he's not. He's hungry.
I'm probably just gonna order a calzone tonight, dog. I'm gonna be real.
Man, it's a calzone kind of night, huh?
Yeah, I'm hungry. I don't really feel like. I think I'm out of Totino's, so you know.
Are you gonna cut up the calzone into little pieces too?
No, they pre-cut the calzone. It's okay. Just right down the middle.
Gotcha.
We're good. Fucker. Yeah. It was a pleasure having you on, Bowie.
Absolutely.
Oh, you guys are treating me too nicely. I really enjoyed my time here. This was fantastic.
I mean, like, fuck, man. It's fun to talk shop about content creation because usually I'm sitting here while Jake is talking shop about writing, and I kind of have to like twiddle my fucking thumbs.
This time I was the one twiddling my thumbs.
Oh, good time for me. Good time for me, man. Well, yeah. For everybody who's watching, tomorrow, I guess, as long as I don't fuck up, we'll do the community. What? Where am I? The bounty board. Holy fuck. We're gonna do the bounty board readings tomorrow. Probably, I think week 6 had 1 submission, week 7's had 2 so far. So we'll just do actually. Because Kev extended it to 2 weeks for the writing submissions, right?
I think so. I believe so.
I think that means that maybe I take that next week. So maybe tomorrow is nothing. Maybe it is something. I don't know. Just look at the fucking Discord. That's your best place you're going to figure out if I'm even doing anything. All right, dog?
Yeah, we'll tell you.
Yeah. But yeah.
Can I do one thing before we close out?
Yeah, go for it. Floor is open to you.
All right. Remember, guys, drink plenty of water, get plenty of sleep, and read Punch Drunk Gator.
Yeah, guys, read Punch Drunk Gator. I worked really hard on it. I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Don't read it. Listen to my audiobook. Thanks.
You're still reading it either way. Smiles.
No, you're listening at that point. It's different.
No, they can follow along with your voice and read the words on the
window.
screen. Okay, and I fixed it already. Gone. Window's gone.
It is
over it.
immortalized in the video.
Yeah, but it's when you go read the raw, it's there. No more.
Anyways, anybody who's watching, hope you had a good time watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. And go watch Buey. Give him some love.
Yep. Go subscribe right now. If you don't, I'll find you and I'll kill you.
Yeah, me too.
You will too.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.